Welcome to Master the Game. I'm Juice, and we are here for our Tyranny of Dragons game. Where we are playing with some great people. We are on episode 5, and last time we had... Well, before we even get into that, let's let everybody introduce themselves, and then we will jump into the game. Starting with you, Chance. Go ahead.
Oh, fantastic. My name's Chance. I run a couple of D&D related channels. Well, one D&D one and one Pathfinder. And I'm playing Crank, the Warforged Warlock / Sorcerer. And yeah.
Excellent. Let's go down to Martin.
Oh, my name's already been said. I'm Martin. I am an avid player and dungeon master for Dungeons and Dragons. And I sometimes stream on Twitch over at twitch.tv/creativeguys.
Oh, excellent. And if you guys know of a West Marches style game, he's looking for another one.
No, the last one got closed.
Yeah, that sounds like it was some BS too. Anyways.
Oh my
God. Paula.
Hello, I am Paula. I am sometimes painting or playing on this channel. And tonight I am playing Saphira, who is a Ghostwise halfling druid.
And not sometimes. She's always on this channel. She's the star of the show. Over to Peter.
All right, Peter, being Drake on YouTube, got gameplay on there, some videos and stuff, and I'm playing Pike Elephant.
And he's challenging the DM tonight because he's bloodied but not broken.
That's correct.
And then over to our friend Bill.
Hey guys, Bill from Roll Stats, and I work 16 hours a day. So
sounds like a confessional.
There's that. That's what I got. That's all I got. So
I mean, sometimes we all have rough days, you know.
But it's been like, I don't know, 18 rough days in a row. Like there's that. But tonight I will not be worrying about that at all, and I will be playing Solomon Romanovich, and gonna have some fun.
And his mind is only on Tatiana now.
Well, really, I think his mind is just on surviving at this point. But like, we'll see how it goes. So,
are you guys that rough? You guys are that hurt?
No, we should be fine. I swear we were fine.
It's not right. It's more just the comments from the DM in the Facebook group that scared me, right? So, like, I thought we were fine. So,
Bill hasn't played enough games with me yet, Paula. I do that.
Not everything was going okay, but you know, then the DM opened his mouth.
When the DM starts giving an over/under on which PC is going to die, you get a little worried. Like when
he starts taking odds for the life expectancy of the players.
Right. I always do that. That's how I run games. I swear I'm not adversarial. I love the tension.
Yeah, tell that to Roz. I seem to remember something unfortunate happening.
I don't see a Roz around here anymore.
Yeah, I think that's the point.
Don't worry, Crank. You'll just go in your hidey hole and everything will be okay.
Well,
I mean, you're not wrong.
Are you on familiar number 3 at this point, Crank, or is like
I've become desensitized to the issue.
He used to be like all into Tressum rescues, and now all of a sudden Crank's like, oh, it's just gonna die anyway, whatever. Like just let it meow in the rain. I love it. Okay, so last session, they handled Greenest. We're given a quest to go and rescue Leosin and get information about the people who had just attacked Greenest. And as they were following the direction that the cultists and mercenaries and kobolds all were heading, they came across a few stragglers in the back they had a fire going and were hanging out, and they had a group of kobolds and a group of the cultists over off to the side and mercenaries. I think they were cultists, not mercenaries. and they attempted to blend in with cultist gear, but Crank's metal jaw was a dead giveaway because they didn't recognize him. They're like, we don't have anybody with that in our group. And, things went sideways for the cultists. And everyone got obliterated, just everybody. And the last one attempted to surrender. He dropped to his knees so that he was at the same height as Saphira. He didn't intentionally do it to be at the same height, but he looked her straight across, dead in the eye. And Saphira, feeling like she could really relate to him, you could see for a second she was about to have an emotional, like, yeah, we're gonna save him. Nope. Floomp, with her flaming sword, lopped his head off, just mercilessly and chaotically, like her alignment. And I don't know about that good part, but it went thump, 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 and on the ground. And that's where we ended the session last time. So yeah, that's what happened, Saphira. You just lopped this dude's head off. It's right there on the ground in front of you. Pike is grinning ear to ear, just so proud of his little protege. What are you guys doing?
I'm in my hidey hole currently.
You were.
Yes. I'll step out and kind of wave to everyone. Might as well.
Crank is a valuable member to this team.
Listen, I'm the one who's gonna tell all of your stories.
Are you a bard? I know. Not yet.
I'm more of a living recorder, but.
Saphira, is it your first beheading?
I mean, I really wasn't planning on it going that way. It just sort of happened.
And as I watch the head slowly come to stand still, you might want to keep it as a memento. The first one.
The whole thing?
Why not?
What am I gonna do with the head? Good.
Wait, it's the head of a cultist, right?
Yeah, some guy.
I'll take it if you don't want it.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Drew is very confused by this group he has joined up with.
I mean, literally the
Understandable.
only thing I could think to do with it would be to put it in the spot above my staff where it would just hover and rotate slowly.
And
But,
drip blood out the bottom on your staff.
Isn't
Yeah,
it gonna smell after a while? Like
Yeah. No, actually, Saphira will go over. She picks up the head by its hair and she walks over to Crank and sticks her arm out and says, "It's all yours."
Like, thank you so much, and I'll get to work on deconstructing it.
He's gonna make a mask for himself so that the cultists
correct.
don't see him with a jaw.
Correct.
Okay, so
While he's doing that, I'd like to kind of check out the camp and stuff like that.
so just this little campfire area.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I don't know. Did they have like belongings with them, perhaps?
So I think we did that
Or-
last session. You're able to
Okay.
get their weapons and stuff. These ones did not have any loot. For some reason, these ones they were themselves. They had weapons. They were traveling light. They did not have any loot.
Okay.
If you
Are
guys
there
want to
any-
load up on some rations, you could probably get between the few of them, maybe like 5-6 rations. But that's
Each
about it.
or
Total.
okay.
Each.
Yeah, they weren't going very far. So literally wherever they were actually camped out at is probably not far from here. You could probably discern
Got it. They just had some snack bacon for the day.
pretty much.
You mentioned there's a campfire there, right?
Yes.
Would it be plausible to find any like flint or something along that, like some kind of fire starter.
Yes.
I will nab that really quick.
Okay. Oh, this is weird.
And did they have any papers or maps or anything like that that would?
They do not.
So were we heading to their actual encampment?
Yeah, so I believe the
Correct?
information you guys had was that there was a base camp that all of them were at. You had heard about a cave that possibly had dragon eggs in it, but you were not. That was like heavily guarded, right? That only like the highest ranking cultists could even go into, pretty much.
Gotcha.
And you weren't sure if Leosin was kidnapped, dead, or what have you. But in fact, all they had, I think, was his broken staff, if I remember correctly. And you were asked by the monks that were back at Greenest to hopefully bring him back.
I thought it was the kid. Wasn't it like the kid with like rickets or whatever?
No, it was a monk who was asking about it. He was on a crutch, I believe.
Was
okay.
wait,
So okay,
was there
I'm
really a
just
kid with rickets? I don't
No.
know.
I for whatever reason,
I think I would have
thought it
remembered
was a
that.
kid.
Like,
I don't know where I got it from.
somebody get the folks of Greenest some citrus fruits, man. We need limes.
That's metagaming, Bill. No.
So Crank, as you're manipulating this head, give me a survival check.
Sure. May I perhaps make a medicine check? Is that possible?
Sure,
Or
you
do
can do
want
that instead.
survival?
Yeah, you can do that instead.
Cool, because proficiency is very nice. Okay, roll 20 dice if you want to roll. That'd be great. That is a natural 20, good sir.
So your first step of preserving this head has been successful. Stay tuned. Okay.
What exactly are you preserving the head for? Like,
Well, my lower jaw gave me away last time, so I'd like very much not to repeat that mistake.
so are you going to affix the jaw of the preserved head to
I'm gonna respect the good part of your alignment and give you plausible deniability. That's the nicest thing I can do for you.
Hey, at least he's not wasting the dead body, right?
Yeah,
He could just let
that's
it rot in the sun and then it's useless, right?
I mean, I
Yeah,
gave
correct.
it to him, so I was just
And,
sort of
and
curious
I'm
exactly
appreciating the gift.
how it's gonna play out.
Well,
Okay.
there's only one man who knows that.
So step 2 is the precision cuts and all of that. So let's go with another medicine check here.
Ah, fantastic.
He's over here doing some arts and crafts, by a campfire. Beat a 15?
14 plus 4, so 18.
Okay. So it mostly looks okay. I mean, you may have cut at the wrong spot. You didn't measure correctly. But for the most part, it's all right. Oh, no.
Passable.
Someone turned off the camera. No. So yeah,
I swear I didn't do that. I'm freaking out here. I'm sorry.
someone said you could drag like the windows around, but that doesn't work. I don't know what anyone's ever talked about. Like
Yeah.
I am unable to do that.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, I'm Saphira now.
You would.
Oh,
you
how the
always
tables
wanted to be
turn.
me.
He's like, I think Saphira's in the lead. I'm gonna switch places with her. Tatiana, I'm coming, my love.
if at all possible,
There we go.
I would like to approach Drew Can while I'm working on this disguise, for lack of a better term.
Yep.
I'd like to, just out of curiosity, Drew Can, what were you doing before you decided to arrive here so carefree, as it were?
don't know anything about Carefree. I mean, I came back. Well, I didn't come back because I'm not from Greenest. I'm actually from. Do you know Parnast?
Vaguely.
Yeah. So, there was some weird activity up there while I was serving with my paladin order, and we went to defend this facility from an army of orcs and hobgoblins and goblinoids are all just working together. And after we got overrun, I kind of wandered around until I saw some mercenary guys walking around, and I thought they were also working with those hobgoblin guys, and I followed them all the way to Greenest. And so, yeah, 2 weeks of hoofing it through the woods, just seeing if these guys were part of the same group that attacked my platoon or whatever. And it turns out they weren't. But when I realized that, I was like, I got to figure out a way to help them.
Well, that is certainly most noble of you, and if I may say so, you seem to have taken excellent care of your skin. And then I'll walk away.
He puts the lotion on his skin.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
So, meanwhile, Crank has cut the skin off of this thing. And now you guys see him starting to stitch it into the mask. Now, this will be a survival check because I can't think of a proper other check to make.
Okay.
An arts and crafts
Sounds
check.
good. My wisdom's pretty good in general, so I'm not too worried about it. And that is a 16 plus a dos, so 18 again.
Yeah, so you're able to do it. And when you hold the mask up and put it on,
these have been really hot rolls, man.
It kind of it lines up just right. If people are looking really close, they can probably tell it's not your actual skin. But for the most part, right now, without it aging, it looks fine.
Yeah, I'll put it into my little refrigerator backpack just so it doesn't do that, and then all part of the plan, Juice.
Perfect. All right.
So you got to tan that leather before it starts to decay, right?
I can do that, but the backpack I have prevents decay, right? So there's not really an urgent need. It's something I can do on a long rest.
Oh, okay.
Was that the magic item you took early?
Yeah.
That is
refrigerated
coincidentally perfect.
Coincidence?
He was planning this the whole time.
I recognize a good thing when I see it, Juice.
Yeah. Oh, okay, Ed Gein. No worries, man. Like,
push comes to shove.
You're seriously You're Leatherface at this point. Like, you're
correct.
Pretty much. Minus the chainsaw.
And the human part of it, but I mean,
and
one step at a time, right? Well, let's not confuse preservation with fear here. There's a difference.
I don't know. Leatherface wouldn't hide in a hidey hole.
Yeah, well, Leatherface wasn't very smart, so there's that.
True. All right. So you guys, is there anything you want to do before you start tracking the base of operations down the fort?
I don't know. I'm okay.
Okay.
I mean, if they don't have anything to lead us about what's going on up ahead, then yeah, I think we can continue on.
Okay. All right. Who's leading?
I'll kind of look towards Pike and Ducan.
All right, I'll be up front.
All right. The person in the front, make a survival roll to try and track the footprints of the others, because you don't actually know where their camp is.
All righty. Uh, 13.
Okay. All right. So you're able to kind of you see some footprints. And it had been raining, I believe, before. And so you're able to because the ground's a little bit softer, so it does leave some imprints. And you start to get out of like the wooded area a little bit. And there's like cliffs and huge drop off cliffs, right? Like about 30 feet high on each side of you. And you're kind of now at this point, you're able to like come through here. And every now and then there's like a spot where you could like go a different route to the left or the right and things like that. In fact, you see this as you come around. There's 2 spots to the left that you could go. You could stay on the more worn path, or you could go up and to the right. And you're way back here, down at the bottom here.
I'll turn back to the group and kind of point out the 2 slopes up to the higher point. Should we take the high ground?
I'll like kind of nod my head towards that. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So where would you guys like to go? Just up to this one, up here, or over to the right here?
Let's go to the right.
Okay. All right. So then marching order is Drukan and Pike in the front. Is that correct?
Presumably.
Yep.
Okay. And then who's after them?
I
It's
can
a-
go next.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're riding on Pike's shoulders again, or
Yeah, I would say usually I.
Okay. Who's taking up the back? Is it Saul or is it Crank?
We're usually side by side back there. So
Yeah.
we'll probably be
Okay.
shoulder to shoulder.
Shoulder to shoulder, but Sal is going to be looking oddly at Crank's backpack. So
I'll kind of shuffle uncomfortably as I feel his eyes. Kind of.
Okay. What is everyone's passive perception?
Not great. 12.
11.
11 as well.
8.
Oh,
Okay.
8.
So
15. I'm a 15.
okay. So you guys start to work your way up the hill on the right. And all of a sudden, as you guys are halfway up, and this is very steep, like this isn't like an easy thing to get up. It's difficult terrain. A boulder comes crashing down. Everybody give me a dex save.
ooh, that is a solid 1. A dirty 1. But
Okay,
Still,
so
still a 1.
anybody who, oh, don't worry, it's not that bad. Anybody who beats a 15 is fine. You dodge out of the way. Under a 15, you're going to take 4 points of damage. As the
that's
boulder
not
just
terrible.
bounces off of you and knocks you to the side.
Hooray! Drew can kind of ducked under it.
I'll slowly let go of my rope as I realize it's not a huge issue.
Did everybody
Sal-
make it?
Yeah, Sal sort of pushed off of Crank when he saw it coming. He was, oh, whoa! And so he passed. Unfortunately, Crank didn't. But yeah.
Yeah, Drew
It
can
is
got
a
a
flesh
16.
wound.
Okay. So you guys, as you like dust yourself off or moving out of the way, you see at the top of this hill, you see one guy who is wearing splint mail, and he's got a long sword, and he yells, "Attack!" Everybody roll initiative.
I recommend letting go of that rope. Or I regret letting go of that rope, by the way.
Oh, that was the roll I needed.
It's been like 2 minutes. I only got a 6.
A 6?
Oh, thank
Okay.
God.
What Drew
that
get?
is,
Oh, Crank. Go ahead, Crank.
I got a 12.
Okay. What'd Saul get?
19.
All right. What'd Pike get?
17.
17. Okay. And then Drew is last. No, I'm just kidding. What'd you get?
You got 11.
11. Okay, so Saul, you hear the guy at the top yell, "Attack!" And you can see on the sides are 6 guys in gray robes that step to his side. And you can see 2 guys behind him in some, they're also in some robes, but they're not armed with anything other than a dagger. The 6 guys all have scimitars. And upon doing that, what would you like to do, Saul?
They're all. So are they all together? I guess is
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Kind of. I mean, so the 6 cultists are off to here. Let me pull up that map again. So you have at the very top, you have the main guy with the longsword right here. Behind him are the 2 robed guys with daggers. And then off to the side over here, you have a couple cultists. And up here, you have a couple of the cultists. Well, not up there. We'll say over here. I don't want them to have to climb up another thing. So they're not like in a all grouped up like, oh, hey, here's one spell that probably kills them all. You know?
Right.
But you could probably hit either the guy with the longsword and the 2 with him, or if you, depending on what you're doing, you might be able to hit the 3 guys off to the one side or the 3 guys off to the other side.
Yeah.
Unless you have a big enough spell that gets them all. I don't know.
Well, I do. We're actually. I mean, I have all of my spell slots at this point. We haven't used anything. We long rested, so right. I don't know if I want to cast shield and duck away and be that guy, or if I want to
play like Crank.
All right. You know what? Yeah, I'll just I'll catch. So Saul looks back, make sure that everybody sees that they're there, obviously, and that everyone heard and is paying attention. Points, and as points over to the guy on the hill, the one who's seems to be in charge and yelling, and with his so he's pointing to that guy, and then with his other hand he brings it up and sort of bolts like blue electricity shoots out of his fingers, and I cast Witch Bolt. Hold on one second and I'll give you
what's that awesome spell that you
well, no, Chaos Bolt is the better one. Witch Bolt is so that is 17 to hit.
That just hits.
Okay. And hold on, I'll give you some damage. Uh, 1d12. Sorry. I should be more prepared for this, and I'm not. So that is 9. So he takes 9 points of damage, but the lightning bolt sustains. I guess what I'm saying. It doesn't actually go away, right? It's on each turn.
Persistent damage.
Exactly. Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So
nice.
And that's me.
Okay. And then do you have? Well, it doesn't matter. If something that happens changes that effect, just let me know.
Yeah, because it is
concentration. I'm assuming
it is definitely concentration, and I'm trying to see if he has a saving throw.
I don't think he does. If it's you rolling to hit, then it wouldn't have that.
Yeah. It's no saving throw. Yep.
Okay. Cool. All right. It is now Pike's turn. So you see this bolt go blasting by you. Get the guy. Now what are you doing?
So there's 2 sets of groups or 3? 2?
3 sets of 3. So the 2 to the sides are just in gray robes or blackish robes with their scimitars. And then they also, and that's it. And then the other ones, it's the one guy with the longsword who just got blasted with electricity. And he's with 2 guys who are holding daggers. They look like they might know some arcane things, if you had to guess.
Okay, so the closest group to me would be how far away?
So it's difficult terrain. So if you used your full round to move up to, they're like 30 feet, but because it's difficult terrain, you'd probably have to use your whole turn to get there.
Okay, I want to use my one spell that I have, and I'm going to call the wave. I'm assuming they're at the edge because that's how we can see them. Yeah. And I'm going to blast them with this wave of water, hoping to knock them off.
Ooh.
I love where your head's at. This is genius.
I love it. So do they have to make a save?
I would assume they would have to make a dex save, or
what's the
I don't
spell?
know. I'm kind of.
It's
create or destroy water. Call the wave.
Okay. Let's see. Let's make that. What is your intelligence?
Oh, it's
asks the barbarian.
12. It's plus
12.
1.
Okay, so plus 1. So let's say it's a DC 11. Does that sound fair?
That's fine.
And then they got to make a dex save. Okay, so they make it. The water hits them. They're doused, but they're able to withhold the push. So yeah, and it hits all 3. So they're all like just doused in water.
Hey, so will the electricity from the witch bolt arc across the water? And...
I don't know. You have it on somebody else. All right. Do you want to move 15 feet, Pike? Or half your movement as well?
Yeah. Is there any kind of cover?
You could like jump to the side and like use the overhang to try and get some cover.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. So you jump to the side here and you're like trying to get cover underneath this ledge.
Okay.
And it is now Crank's turn.
So these presumably cultists that are running towards us, they're going to be running on an incline, right? Because
they'd be running down at you. If they chose to run down the hill, they would. Right now, 3 of them are right above Pike, but they're about 20 feet up.
Okay, but are they like in motion? Like, are they running, or are they just over? Okay, well, in that case, I'm just going to Eldritch Blast the closest one to Pike.
Okay, so one of them above him. Okay.
Yeah, and that is 20 to hit, dirty 20, not natural 20.
Yep, hits.
And that is 6 force damage.
So you blast him, and maybe it's the water, like the dousing of the water and the force of it, but when you hit him, you knock him prone.
Very nice. And that's really all I can do for this turn.
Okay.
So I will end it there.
All right, Drew, it is your turn. You have a couple of them up on a cliff about 20 feet to your right. You could run forward towards the guy with the long sword. You could also run forward and try to go around the corner over to the 3 to your right. Or you could even do the same for the 3 to the left. But it's going to take a full movement to get to any of those.
I think he's going to move up and then turn on the group that is being the least occupied by the rest of the party, the ones to the
left.
Yeah. Okay. And he's going to ice knife the one in the middle of the 3.
Nice.
Is that a bonus action?
Oh, I'd have to dash to get up there?
It's difficult terrain. Unless you can move 30 feet through difficult terrain. Because of the incline.
No, I don't want to use my once-a-day fly ability just yet. No. Instead of that, gonna use Bless on Saul, Pike, and Saphira.
Okay. And then you're staying put then, or are you going to...
No, I'm going to move up my full movement. So
okay, so 15 feet. Okay. So then next turn you can get into melee. Unless they meet you halfway. We'll see.
That'd be so courteous.
That would be nice of them. Saphira, it is your turn. With Bless,
right.
which is a D4, correct?
Yeah, it's a D4 to all attacks.
D20 saves. Or D20 rolls.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'm all in. Okay, so as Pike is running under the ledge, Saphira is gonna kind of jump off his shoulders really quick, and she walks forward a little bit closer to the path. She'll slam her quarterstaff on her hand, and as her hand is leaving her staff, you'll see that she has in her hand a knife made of ice, and she will hurl that at the not so nice gentleman with the longsword in front of us.
Saphira is a terrible judge of color. He is a very nice guy.
So that is a 17.
That barely hits.
Oh, actually, it is a 21 because of
Ooh,
bless. I forgot
okay.
about that. I rolled it, but
Everyone forgets the bless.
I
Yup.
know.
see,
You got to put the
But it
4 on
saves
top of
you.
your 20s.
Yep. So that is 8 piercing damage. And then he and his 2 dagger-wielding friends need to make a dex save.
All right, so he probably makes it. 15?
No,
Thank you.
yes.
Okay, so he made it. His dagger-wielding friends, 12 and a 9.
That's what he calls them too, dagger wielding friends.
Dagger
Yeah.
wielders.
So neither of those make it. They get 6 cold damage.
Oh.
As
that's rough.
the ice knife explodes
Okay.
after slashing their fearless leader
Mm-hmm.
right into their face.
So, with that, it is their turn. The fearless, not so nice leader next to his dagger-wielding friends, he's going to yell at them, "Blast the little one!" And the 2 are going to do Sacred Flame. Now that means you have to make a dex saving throw.
You get a D4 to those rolls.
Mm-hmm. Beat a 12.
Yo, I got this. 13.
On both
Look
of the
at
saves? On both
that.
of them? Or is that just
Oh.
the first one?
That was the first one. Oh no. That one's a 19. I
Oh,
am
okay.
set.
All right. Then you don't have to worry about that.
nose.
You're fine. You're fine.
I
So,
mean, is that the best they can do? Really?
so they then, after seeing they miss, and the guy next to them looks so pissed off that they missed, they kind of step back and they seek cover to the right behind that large rock that I showed you before. Now, the 3 to the right are going to come in and enclose on Drew. And they're going to start attacking you.
Alrighty.
First one, I got a 19 on the die, so that hits.
Shield spell. It's
So
now.
that makes it 22.
Huh?
That makes it 22. It was 19 on the
my
die.
AC 24.
Okay, just wanted to make sure we knew. Okay, so he misses. Second one. That's a 13, so that'll miss. And the third one. That is a crit.
Ouch.
Oops. 7 points of slashing damage. So not the end of the world.
Let me make a con save to maintain concentration.
Oh yeah, for bless. So then the 3 to the left, the one that was knocked prone, the leader tells him, "Run back to the camp. Tell them that some intruders are coming. Send reinforcements." And he gets up and starts running away. The other 2. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Drew.
I got a nat 20 on my con save, so I'm still holding on blessed pretty tight.
Perfect. So the other 2 who are doused in water stand up and they look over the ledge, and the leader says, "Jump down on him." Pike, you're going to take 2 guys jumping down on you. One of them misses, actually lands really poorly on a crit fail. And he's going to take 4 falling damage. The other one had a 19 to hit. And he does 6 slashing damage to you, Pike.
Okay.
Now, the big bad leader guy that you guys are calling him, the not so nice guy, he's going to move up on Drew as well. And he's going to take 2 longsword attacks. First one's a 16. Second one's an 8. And then he will draw a short sword that was on his back and attack with that as well. And I think he's missed you on all of them, right? Yeah, so he missed again. So he missed on all 3 on you, Drew. So you've got 3 of the guys in black, and now the guy in splint mail attacking you.
Oof.
And that was their turn. And one of those guys ran away. Which one was that? That was the wet one.
How far away did Buddy run? Out of curiosity.
So it took half his movement to get up, and then he did a dash. So he got like 45 feet away from the cliff. You can't see him because of your angle.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, he did get 45 feet away at this time. And is back up top for Saul, holding his witch bolt.
Right. So I'm not going to take any movement at all. My action will just be, essentially think of it as Emperor Palpatine style, increasing the electrical bolts that are coming out of my hand. Unlimited power. And that is... that's a big 6. That's a big 6 points of damage.
Okay. Good deal. All right. And now, does that require your action to do that again, or you can do something else, I believe?
Nope, that is your action. According to D&D Beyond.
So holding that on him is an action.
Correct.
Okay.
So you can use your action to deal 1d12 lightning damage to the target automatically. Each
You
time
just don't
on
have to
your
keep
turn.
using your slot. Okay.
Right. Correct.
Beautiful.
It holds, and I don't have to roll to hit again. So yeah.
I like it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like that. Okay. Pike. 2 of them just dropped down on you.
Is one of them prone?
Yes, because he just rolled his ankle really bad.
Okay. Do I get advantage if I attack him?
You sure do.
Very cool. Bonus action. It's rage time.
Oh, yeah.
We still have bless, right?
You do.
Okay. A 6. I don't think. Oh my god. It's going to be one of those nights. Total of 6 plus 11. 12.
12 to hit?
Yep.
It hits.
Oh, okay. So he takes. He will take 13 damage.
Yeah, you kill him. What's
Yep,
that look
yeah.
like, Pike? Him laying on the ground.
The other guy slashed me. He lands on the ground. I just pull out my bone sword and drive it right through his skull and turn it, and then look at the
Yes.
other guy
All right.
like he's next.
Yeah, the other guy does not like that.
Good.
No
It wasn't meant-
likey. All right. Crank. What you got
I'm
over there,
gonna-
big fella?
Yeah, I'm gonna send out Athena after the guy who's running away.
Oh, are you able to
Yes.
bring her back again?
I don't think she died last encounter.
Oh, I don't know. The last time she died was after like
She's
lit
died
up
so
leg or
many
something.
times.
Alright.
We've just lost
no,
count
she-
of how many times she's died. We
No,
just
she's
assumed
only-
she's
That
that
already
was
only
at
dead.
died.
Greenest. I didn't know you
Yeah,
brought her
she's
back
only
again.
died twice, and I brought her back. Yeah,
Okay, I didn't
definitely.
I think we just need to start referring to her by number, like number 3.
This is true.
And like, yeah, right.
But I'm gonna I'm gonna send her out and because she has a 40-foot fly speed, right?
Okay.
So I'm gonna send her out, have her dash, and that should get her to about the point where the guy running away is, right?
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah. If she's got a 40-foot
Yeah.
fly speed, she can go up to 80 feet. So yeah, she could get there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'll send her up there, and I'll use her reaction and my action to cast, what is it? A shocking grasp through her.
Ooh, okay.
So it's, oh my goodness, these D&D dice, they roll so slow. So that is 13 plus 5, so 18 to hit.
18 to hit. That will hit.
Yeah. And
Now, are you able to see through Athena's eyes or no?
I can command her, so
Okay.
I'm assuming I just went chase.
Right. Okay.
And that is 7 lightning damage.
Okay. Bzz. He's still alive. He gets a good
Rats.
shock.
He also doesn't have a reaction anymore.
Okay. All right, Drew. Oh, you're just staying put then, Crank?
Yeah, I'm assuming I'm pretty safe where I'm at. So.
Yeah, you're not within melee of anybody.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'll stick back.
Okay. Drew is surrounded. He's showing the like the true leader he is as he's face to face with the other not nice guy.
Sucks to suck.
Bill, you get inspiration.
You just gotta squeak it in there, you know?
Sucks to suck. That's become a quote in our house. Thanks, Chance.
Welcome, I guess.
It's great. Hey, I love it when I get new quotes. What's Drew doing?
So Drew will reach to his belt and draw his longsword and just immediately try to slash out at the guy in the splint mail.
Okay.
That is a 23 to hit.
Damn. Yeah, you hit.
I'm going to smite his ass.
Oh, I forgot about that. Stupid paladins.
Yeah, at first level. So that's 18 damage total.
Damn.
Wow.
8 slashing and 10 radiant.
It's awesome to be awesome.
Oh, we'll see about that. He's like, I got something for you. You want to do that? I got something for you. All right. Saphira.
How's that guy doing?
He looks
That's on
rough.
him.
He just got a nice big gash. And as he got gashed, you saw that it lit up real quick. It was like almost looked like a flashbang out of nowhere. And then he really winced when that happened.
All right, so it's like him and 4 other guys on Drew,
3.
and then
Yep.
3 other guys, and then how many guys are on Pike?
1 now.
Oh, just 1. Okay.
One of them ran because he was ordered to run back to camp, that you heard. The other one fell, probably broke his ankle when it really came down to it. And then Pike drove his bone sword right through the guy's skull. It was great.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, so Pike's got that guy. So I'm going to run over to the. I assume I'm pretty close to these guys that are on Drew.
Yeah, you can be. You want to
Okay.
enclose? Because they only were about 15 feet away from where you guys were originally.
Yeah. I'll run over there. I am going to use a bonus action to cast Flame Blade.
Ooh,
And
okay.
then I will use it to attack the longsword gentleman.
She's
Phil.
channeling her inner Pike.
He'll be so proud of me.
She's like, I imagine like this little tiny
And that-
halfling starts acting like she goes into a rage as she casts her spell. She's like, whoosh, and then runs up.
And like, I feel like you're not gonna believe me, but I got a crit and I got a 4 on my bless. So do I get double damage on a spell?
Yeah, do it.
Okay. That would be 22 fire damage.
You're kidding me, right? Wow. What's it look like as you chop at his knees? I mean, yeah.
So this bloodied, battered leader that Drew has been, hacking to pieces. Saphira out of nowhere conjures a fire blade, runs up to him and stabs him in the middle of his chest, kind of pulling the blade out. Part of him kind of just cinders and starts to fall apart. I don't know.
So even before you did that, you could smell that he'd been charred from these lightning bolts that Saul was doing, Palpatine style. And yeah, it just got worse when you stuck your flame blade right through his chest. And he falls over, and his cape on his back does start to catch fire. You can feel the warmth. It feels cozy. Meanwhile...
Oh, dang. I hope that wasn't magical.
Yeah, nope. Meanwhile, the 3 guys next to him that are also on Drew and now you do not look real thrilled that their faithful leader has fallen. And one of them rips off his dragon mask and yells, "Hey, come heal him!" And they are going to attack you, Saphira, and Drew. So 2 are attacking Saphira now since you dropped their leader. First hit is a 17 on the die, or 17 total, I mean. For 4 points of slashing damage, Saphira. Second one is a 14. Does a 14 hit you?
Sure doesn't.
Oh, I thought you were going to say yeah. Okay, so he misses. Now, Drew. Ooh, critical.
Oh, shit.
8 points of slashing damage on Drew.
All right.
Still good?
Yep.
Cool. The one on Pike is still alive, correct, Pike?
Yeah, unless you killed him off.
Off screen killed him.
Yeah. Let's see.
19 to hit
Just
Pike?
Bonus kill.
Oh, yeah.
For 5 points of damage?
Is that slashing, I would say?
Yes. And you guys see the 2 guys who kind of were hiding for cover. They run out and they go to their fallen leader. And the one touches him and starts to heal him. And you see his hands start to glow. It's like a green glow. Okay. Oh. So all of a sudden you see the guy on the ground who's like, his cape is on fire. He's like, and he gets up.
Oh,
and he's going to attack Saphira. Oh, I should write down how much that was. Okay. With his long sword, that's a 20 to hit. For 10 points of slashing damage on the first. Second hit is a 9. That's going to miss. And then his short sword, he's going to try to attack Drew. Or no, he's still going to attack you. But it's an 11, so it doesn't matter. It wouldn't make sense that he would change targets, I feel like. Okay, so that's... Oh, and then the other guy who ran out, he's going to cast... I've done 1... he's going to cast a spell that looks very similar to the bless spell from earlier on. How many people can that be? 3. So on his big leader guy, on the 2 others that are on Drew as well. And I attacked with them already, didn't I? I don't think I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
You gave
Okay.
Drew
Sorry,
8
I'm losing
points of
count.
damage.
I'm losing count because my stuff's on like multiple stuff. Sorry. Okay. Oh, that's right. I did hit him. Okay. That is their turn. Top of the order. It is now.
So how
Saul.
is Drew looking as far as, how bloodied is he right now?
He's not bloody yet.
Oh.
He's a
Okay.
paladin.
Good for you.
I think what she's asking, Drew, is on a scale from 0 to 38. How hurt do you think you are?
About a 25.
He's got 15 points of damage.
Okay.
7
Okay.
and 8. Yeah.
All
It's
right.
okay.
Solid. I'm just trying to keep up.
Yeah.
It's so
I'm-
meta, though.
I'm
Sorry. He took 2 solid hits. Yeah.
Didn't he
yeah.
take hits earlier or no?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
The first fight didn't take any because it was all ranged attacks.
Yeah.
No, I mean earlier from the guys. But I know that you were surrounded. I don't know if you got hit or not. I don't remember. It's okay.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
I just
7
he's
early.
taken 2 crits. That's the only thing that's hit him so far.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he
but
used
he
his
did-
reaction. I hit you, and then you're like, nope, shield, mother. Beep.
But he did lose concentration on bless. He got an 8 on his con save for that.
Right.
dang.
Damn it, Drew, because I was just about to do something cool.
You still have your witch bolt, too, on the guy, Saul.
Well,
And
no,
it is-
it ends when he dies, when he dropped. Like as soon as-
okay.
when
Automatic?
he drops, it's done automatically.
Gotcha.
He was
So
he technically dead.
the spell ends if you use your the spell ends if no, actually it says the spell ends if you use your action to do anything else. The spell also ends if the target is ever outside the spell's range or it has total cover from you. So I guess it
You
doesn't
got it,
end when it's still on. Yeah, right. Well, but
Cooking a corpse.
I might want to
Good
do
work.
something else though. Okay, no, we're gonna know because we don't know how many points of damage he got or how much he got restored. So yeah, we're gonna do Witch Bolt again. It's gonna be D12, big numbers, no whammies. That's a fucking 5. Oops, sorry. That's a bleep 5.
Feels like no monetization for you, Juice.
Sorry. That's 5 points of damage
Monsters.
because Saul sucks.
You see lightning again go shooting, and it like the guy's like, "Bzzz," and he's like, someone's got to get him. But he's still standing. All right. Next up is Pike. You got the one guy.
The one cultist here. No
Yes,
bless.
the one you stared down last time.
Oh my god. These rolls are awful.
Sorry, my notes, the way I wrote them, it's kind of a jumbled mess today.
I know I'm rolling horribly tonight.
14.
Hits.
That would be 10 damage.
Yeah. What's that look like as you destroy him?
I just put that sword, the bone sword, right through his throat. And as he gurgles, I tell him to get stronger, and I kick him off my sword.
Good.
And I look to the other corpse that's now coming to life.
Pretty much.
Let's see, I still have a movement. How far are they from me?
About 35 feet, because you went off to the side last time.
Okay.
So it would take you could move 15 feet forward or 20 feet. I don't know what your actual movement is, but you could move half your movement.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just move half my movement towards the
Okay.
rest of the
Cool.
group.
All right. It is now Crank's turn. Hidey hole time yet?
So I'm using that trick where it counts now. How far away is the guy that Athena's chasing?
At this point, because he kept running, he's probably now again it's 60 feet away because he's doing
And-
all
so
he's doing is running.
Can Crank see through Athena's eyes? In other words, can he see what Athena sees?
He can, but it takes an action for him to do it.
Okay. I'm just wondering, I guess I'm just wondering if Athena sees a larger encampment someplace close.
Maybe I can check in a bit. So how far away is this guy from me?
Like 100 feet. Wait.
Okay, that's fine.
So it's 60, 100, about 120, 130 feet now at this point.
Okay, I'll have to move up my full movement then.
Okay.
Because I can only do this when I'm within 100 feet.
Okay, so because of the incline, you can only move half your movement, though.
Oh, balls. If I get up higher, can I see him?
It's like a straight cliff, like the way it's set up.
So I'm gonna assume.
Yeah, see how how that kind of looks, like the walls here. It's like a straight climb. I don't know. That'd be like disadvantage on a climb check, I would say, and you'd still only have half movement. You wouldn't.
Yeah, my dex isn't that great anyway, so I'm not.
Did Chance not tell you that parkour was one of Crank's skills? Like,
I mean,
yeah, but it only works if he says parkour while doing it. Parkour. Kind of like lightning bolt.
Yeah,
that's how spells work, you know. You got to say it.
I can't really do anything to chase him down. If I move and then dash, do you think that would be enough to get at least a visual on him?
So he had moved 45 feet. Now he just moved 60. So that's 105 feet from the cliff edge. So if you did a double move, like the dash and then the regular, you can, what's your speed? 30?
Yeah.
So you can move 30 of that. Well, and he was still a little bit further from you because you were further. So he's 105 feet from the edge. You're probably 20 feet from there. So you could probably get it to 95 feet away from you.
Okay, I'll have to do that then. Yeah. That's the only move.
Okay.
All right. That's it.
When you do so, though, you are awfully close. If you still want to not do this, that's fine. I understand. But you're awfully close to the guy with the 2 swords and the couple cultist guys with Drew and Sophia. Because it's kind of a choke point, right?
How do these guys look?
I mean, you saw one like fall and get back up. The others, there's 2 of them.
I'll move up and then cast sleep then.
Okay, so you're gonna cast sleep on those guys. Okay.
Yeah, that seems to be the move.
Tell me the hit points.
Yes, sir. What is it again? 5d8, right? Yes, 5d8.
They don't get saves, do they? It's just however many hit points.
Oh. Person with the lowest hit point goes down first.
It also impacts friendlies, too.
Well, good thing y'all have a lot of hit points. That's a 22 in the hit point category.
Total of 22?
Yeah.
Okay, Saphira, and Drew's got like 20-something, so he's fine. Saphira, how many hit points do you got?
I have 21.
Oh, 21? Okay, so you're fine, too.
Mm-hmm.
You see the guy with the 2 swords. The swords fall out of his hands, and he passes out. He's the first one.
I'll also shut out get the runner if at all possible.
Yep,
and that's it. That's all I can do.
And then you see the one that healed him and the other one drop. But the 2 guys who were on Drew who were tearing him up are still standing. And it's now Drew's turn. So the big one dropped right next to you. You could attack him, or you could attack the 2 that are standing.
Yeah, I'm going to go for one of the guys that's standing. I'm going to step over the unconscious guy and slice down into one of the lesser guys. Let's see.
All right.
One of his
Or, I'm
daggone
sorry, I have
friends.
3 still that are right there, not 2. My bad. My bad.
There's just extra people appearing out of nowhere. Don't worry
No,
about
I
it.
got,
Just, like,
according
keep
to my
going.
stuff, I've got 1 that's been hit and I got 2 that haven't. Again, my notes
So-
right here are really ugly.
You're near
So-
a spawn point where they're spawning.
Sorry. Hey, I could go back and make sure that that guy dropped instead of the big one because he's got less hit points, but I'm not going to do that because I messed up.
You're a merciful man.
Uh,
I don't even know whether
Hey,
that
Crank,
was sarcastic
You get inspiration.
or not.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what.
so
Because
that's a
I'm nice.
22 to hit.
Yep.
But only 4 damage.
Do you want to hit the one that's been hit or one of the 2 that has not?
Been hit.
Okay. He's still standing.
Yeah.
Barely. You hit him, like he starts just gushing blood, like he's barely standing.
Can I bonus action kick him in the shins?
No. No. You could smite him if you want, if you have a spell slot.
No, I don't want to use my second level spell slots on a mook.
We'll see if we can change your mind here in a minute. I'm kidding. All right. It's Saphira's turn.
Seeing Drew struggling with being able to kill this one guy on him, I'll sort of turn my attention to that guy.
Oh no, take care of
And
the 2 guys that are over you, ready to chop you down.
yeah, I mean, there aren't 2 guys on me. Are
There's
there?
3. There's 3. The same
There's
3 that are on him. I'm just
There's
saying you
3
guys are in the
guys
same
on
area.
me? We're in the same spot, right?
Pretty much. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
a halfling. You're like ducking in
I'm
and out
just-
between his legs. You
I'm
know?
just trying to concentrate the firepower.
Oh.
That's all, man.
Yeah, so you're
right?
going for the one that's been hit, right?
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm going to try and burn him alive.
By the way, a wild milk ear appears.
That is a 15.
15 to hit?
Yeah.
That'll hit. So what's
Okay.
it look like as you kill him? He had 1 hit point.
Oh, dang.
He had 5
I-
total when 4 damage was dealt. So, you know.
All right. So, right in between Drew kind of swinging his sword at him, Saphira just sort of slides between his legs, stabbing upward with her flame blade as he drops to the ground.
Nice. I dig it. Okay. And it's now their turn. So they're going to attack. Let's see. Who should we go for? Are we evens? I'm attacking Paula. Odds, I'm attacking Drew. All right, Drew, you're getting attacked.
Ready.
All right. No lie. Crit and a.
That's 3. That is 3 crits on Drew.
I'm not making this up, man. Look, all right, I'm picking my towel.
Dude,
I gotta
I'm
show
just.
it. I gotta show it.
No, I totally believe you. I'm just saying that is 3 crit. Like that's 3 crits on Drew. First, what hour? Are we an hour in even?
Dude.
Like
This is his second character too. Like, lest we forget that.
I
He's
rolled to
already
see who
on
he
his
hit. It could have
second
been you, Paula.
character.
This could have been you.
3rd time's a charm. I mean, really.
So the second one was a 19. So both are gonna hit.
Okay.
Okay. So with that, let's just do total damage, right? So 6, 7, 8, 9, 13 points of damage. That's not that bad from 2 hits.
However,
The other 2 are still sleeping, or 3 are sleeping. So I got nothing else. Oh, the guy running is going to do a double move again.
God damn it.
So it's another 60 feet. So now we're at like
Yeah.
some
that's-
ridiculous amount. 165 feet or something. 155. Okay. That's their turn. And we are back up to Saul. So you got 2 guys who are fighting Drew and basically just Drew at this point.
Yep. So, okay, but here's the question, right? I have 30 feet of movement. Can I move 30 feet?
You can move 15 because of the incline.
Because of the incline. Damn it. All right.
And it's soft too. It's not like it's hard ground. It's a little bit soft from the previous day's rain.
Yeah. But okay, how about this? This is going to be a judgment call. This is going to be a DM call, right? Like,
okay.
So with thaumaturgy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can change my voice.
Yep.
Right. Can I?
I think you can just change the volume, right? Or you can make sounds and alter the sound.
So yeah, you can boom. You can cause harmless tremors in the ground. You can create an instantaneous sound that originates. Blah. You instantaneously cause. Yeah, okay. So I was going to see if I could make myself sound like that leader guy and yell out.
So I would require a performance check on your part because it wouldn't be like an automatic thing. It'd be like what you could actually do with your voice, but then like altering the volume of it kind of thing or where it's at.
Okay, so I'm going to try that, right? Because I have a +4 to performance. Charisma's my jam. It's my gym jam, right? So like I'm going to try that and yell, come back, we need you. And that is that's an 18.
18 at 150 feet. Ooh, that's a good.
I think
I like the idea.
Doesn't thaumaturgy create a loud boom for like?
Yeah, it says your
It
voice.
can.
It says your voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal.
Yep. I like it. So I'm gonna give him just a straight wisdom save.
And I mean, I feel like Saul on a regular basis is probably fairly loud.
So you do it, and you think you sound convincing. Everybody else thinks you sound convincing, and it was pretty loud.
Right.
The jury's out if he's going to return or not, though.
Got it.
Because you can't see him.
Right.
All right. It is now Pike's turn. You see Drew getting attacked.
Yeah.
By 2 remaining cultists. As Saphira kills another.
Wait, what about the guy who's asleep on the ground?
Yeah, you see 3 guys drop asleep, by the way, too.
I am going to. I'm going to attack one of the cultists and use reckless attack, so he'll have advantage if he attacks me.
Yep, I love your confidence there.
Okay, 17. I'm sure that's a hit.
Yep, they only have a 12 AC.
Okay, 7 damage.
Ooh, he is still standing. I love it. And it's Crank's turn.
I'm gonna. So the guy running hasn't had a chance to move since he ran away, right?
Correct.
Okay, so he's still a decent ways away.
Yep, still about 155 feet.
Gotcha. And Pike, the gentleman in front of you, were you able to down him just now? So I was reading the sleep spell.
No, he's still up.
Okay, I'll nail him with an Eldritch Blast then. D&D wants to hurry up here. That is a... sorry, this dice is... There we go. 17 to hit.
Hits.
And that is 9 force damage.
What's it look like? This is the one that's been hit or not hit?
The one that he just hit.
Okay.
I think there's only one in front of him, is there not?
There's 2 that are...
All right, well, I'll hit the one he already hit then.
Okay.
I'll raise my hand, shoot out a blast, and have him kind of fly backwards into the ground.
Oh, beautiful. All right. He hits his head, does not move. He's down for the count.
Sounds good.
Drew, you got one more on you.
All right. Raising my sword and trying to cut through the air. Let's see. It's a 22 to hit.
Hits.
And nice. Max damage, 11 damage.
Nice.
He dead.
Raise.
All right. Saphira, they drop around you. Is there anything you want to do?
Perhaps
I mean,
decapitate them and give
the
their
other-
skulls to Crank.
There's 3 sleeping guys on the
open
ground.
to it.
There's 2 in robes that are lying on the ground. They've dropped their daggers. There's one who has a long sword and short sword, who's also sleeping. You would have advantage on an attack, or I would even let you just coup de grace. Like, I'm not even going to require a roll if you just want to off them.
Oh, great. I sure appreciate the fact that you will allow me to do that. However, Saphira is going to put away her flaming sword, and she'll actually get her rope out and tie them up.
Oh wow, she must have come out of her rage or something. All this, Pike didn't train her well enough.
But see,
That's
that's
all
the
right.
thing. I'm still in training, so.
So which one are you tying up? There's the big guy. There's the 2 with the ropes.
Plus,
Oh.
it's also easier to decapitate someone when they're bound and gagged. So I mean, there's that. So
Yeah, and I
you
mean,
would
if I
be
could tie him up
up.
around a tree, then it'd be even right.
Yeah, too bad
It'd
there's
be
no
even
trees right
easier,
here.
too. So, well, I would assume. I mean, I have 50 feet of rope. Can I only tie one person up with 50 feet
In
of rope?
6 seconds? I mean, you probably couldn't tie any up in
okay.
6 seconds. We're still going in initiative for now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take my rope out and I will focus on the leader
Oh, okay.
then.
Okay. Roll
I
a
will.
survival check.
Who I don't know if this is gonna work out well for us. Oh, okay. Maybe it'll. 14.
Okay. Okay. So you tie him up. You think it's good. We'll find out. Next. Ooh, it's their turn. So they're still sleeping. Done. Saul, it's your turn. What would you like to do? You see 2 guys that aren't tied up yet. There's one that is tied up. And that's all you can see for now.
I'm actually I'm gonna make my way up that embankment to the top of the hill, or at least as far as I can, to see if the guy who was running is, if he turned back, or if I can still catch sight of him.
Okay. When you get to the top, you can actually catch sight. You kind of walk past everybody, or run past everybody, and you look, and you can see him. It would take full movement to get to the point where you can see him, though.
Okay,
like
so
a
that means
double move.
Yeah, so no action. All right. Well, so
He's still about 130, 140 feet away.
What
he has not
direction
turned
is-
around yet, though.
he hasn't. Okay, so his back is still to me, I guess is what.
Yeah, he's slowing down though. Like you can see, like it look. So he's in mid run, right? And you
Right.
see that he does look like he's starting to slow down a little. And you see it from your vantage point. It looks like a gnat flying around his head, but it's that damn pesky cat.
Right.
Hey.
It's really small because of how far away he is.
I'm gonna crouch.
Okay.
Kneel down just so he can't see, or at least I'm gonna try to find some cover either behind one of those stones or in some brush or something. So yeah.
Okay. All right, Pike. You see Saphira's tying up the big guy in the splint mail.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see 2 other guys sleeping. What would you like to do?
Okay. Do I get coup de grace too?
Yeah, sure. Anyone you want. One
Good.
character.
I put my bone sword away and I pull out my driftwood and I splat him like Gallagher.
To the main bad guy?
No, not the one she's tying up though.
Oh, damn. That would have been so much fun. Okay. One of them is splatted.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna get him next.
Gonna have the other one.
Also, but you ruined the skull. Crank wanted that. He doesn't. Now it's just a pile of, like, I don't know.
Looks like spaghetti in a broken
Paste.
bowl.
Look, did
Yeah,
you see
right.
what he did with the last one? I don't know what's going on over there, okay?
I'm about to push the upper limits of what mending is capable of.
Speaking of which, it is Crank's turn.
Oh, interesting. So once again, you kind of addressed it already, but the guy is still over 100 feet away from us.
Mm-hmm. You could pass Saul. With just your regular movement, you could get next to him and, be about 150 feet away, 140 feet away.
Even then, I still need my action to cast it, right? So it wouldn't. Actually, no. How far away did you say he was from Sal?
I think I said 150 feet.
Okay, yeah. It's not really. I can't do anything at that range, sadly. Close, but no cigar as of yet. So we aren't dealing with any active combatants,
correct,
other than him. Okay,
correct.
I'll
and it doesn't seem like he's gotten far enough away that technically we're out of combat. That's the only reason.
Bringing him back to Saul, because if he can get him within 100 feet or even 120 feet, then I can do something. But until then, I will.
Real slow.
Oh, is it mine or yours?
We've had issues from the viewers. They said that it looked like it crashed and then it came back.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
And in any case, I'll just use mold earth and just dig a kind of 5 by 5 foot hole.
Okay. And that's like right next to you then?
Actually, I'll move up by Saul and kind of do it there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Drew, what would you like to do? There's a sleeper. There's a tied up one. Sleeping.
The tied up one is the big boss, or?
Yeah.
All right. I will actually move up the slope 15 feet.
Okay.
And try to hide. So when that guy comes back, I don't give away that there's 2 of us up there.
Yeah. So you're able to get up to the top next to Saul. No problem. That was only a few feet away from you. It wasn't too bad. You have more movement if you wanted to try and move more. He's about 150 feet as you come towards Saul. You probably have still 20 feet of movement. If you want to do a double movement, you then obviously have that as well.
Hey, Juice, not that you can do anything, but confirming the stream is frozen. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it keeps doing it. I don't know why. It shouldn't. Yeah. Something's going on. I'm going to do an internet speed test while we're doing this. We'll see what happens.
Well, it's weird because your connection on our end seems fine, right? And you think
you guys sound great. First. Nothing's dropping on me. It's just
is YouTube dying again? Is that what's going on?
It could be YouTube.
My
That's
internet
what I was
speed's
thinking.
great.
Yeah.
It's 90 megabytes.
I think it's YouTube. Yeah.
So yeah, we're fine on our end. Okay.
Weird.
I wonder if my CPU is the issue.
YouTube's kind of been having problems on a lot of fronts lately, so
I know.
I'm gonna err with that.
But I had problems yesterday and today too. Oh shoot.
Okay.
Hang on. Let me just double check my CPU usage, because that used to happen to me a lot, and I couldn't stream because of it. And so we're just gonna see.
I'll take your word for it.
Why don't we take a 5-minute break?
Sure.
And we'll come back. Yeah, I just hit 100% CPU usage. Let's take a 5-minute break, and we'll come back, and hopefully it'll level itself out.
We're leaving cameras on, I'm assuming?
Yeah, please leave cameras on, just because turning them off does mess up the stuff. But yeah.
Yep.
All right, we'll be back in 5 minutes. All right, we are live again. Hopefully our stream is strong. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. Paula, you are in Saul's spot because you turned off your dang camera again. What the hell?
I didn't turn off my camera.
You did though. I saw it. You're the only one that turned it off.
I didn't,
This time it was you.
Monster.
This is your fault. Your fault.
So it's my understanding that in Zoom you can just drag the little
I can't do it.
around.
For some reason it doesn't work. Someone said I need to download a new version, but I don't even have the option for that unless I like go in and actually.
Got it.
So I don't know why, because I have the latest version that it wants me to have or whatever. So I don't know. But yeah, I tried to look at it the other day. I'll try again later on when we get off stream. See what's going on.
It's likely a YouTube thing. I've been having problems on my end as well.
Well, no, we're not talking about that. We're talking about how
sorry.
I have to move people around in OBS.
Also,
gotcha.
Also, Juice lives in Michigan, not third world Canada. So I
don't know. My internet speed's slower than Chance with third world internet.
Don't know about that.
We compared it like 2 months ago. Anyways,
Okay, so
boom.
bringing us back.
We're good.
Yeah, where are we at?
Oh, Paula said her internet went out. That was what was going on. Great.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Great. Third world internet in Michigan.
No, well, but it's so I connected to the main router in the house, and that one's working fine. So it's actually just the network.
Gotcha. Okay.
On my side. So.
All right. So yeah. With that, you guys are kind of doing your thing, and Saul and anyone else who can see at the top of the hill, you do see the guy turn around, but when he turns around, he does not see his friends. He sees a cat chasing him. He sees two people kind of poking up their heads a little over the edge, and it's not his friends. So he does stop to see what's going on. He's about 145 feet away.
Okay.
And he has his sword drawn, waiting for that cat to get close.
So he's 145 feet away.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
So what would you guys like to do?
So it's my turn, right? Top of the order?
Sure.
So I'm going to move forward. I have a full distance of 30 feet. I'm going to move forward 25 feet, which is going to put him within 120 feet of me, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then I'm going to go pew, pew, pew. I'm going to do finger guns 3 times, and bolts of flame are going to come flying out of the tips of my fingers because I'm going to cast Scorching Ray. I don't have Bless anymore, right?
That's gone.
No Bless.
Okay, no Bless. So I get 3 attack rolls. The first one is 23.
Hit.
And let's see how many hit. Hold on. I'm not going to give you damage until I know how many hit. The second one is a 24. I swear to you, 17 and an 18. And then the third one is an 8. So okay. So so 2 of them I'm assuming hit, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be 11 points of damage on the first one.
Dead.
And all right. So basically, I finger gun, and he explodes he immolates in a massive molten flaming mess.
I love it. Perfect. Okay. So what are you guys doing with the other guy who's not tied up, also sleeping?
Please save his face.
He really is Leatherface.
No. It's called being proactive, Juice. I'd like to.
Leatherface is proactive.
Be honest. You have a dirt basement in your house, don't you, Chance? You know you do. Like, just yeah, right.
Listen, plausible deniability. It's your best friend.
By the way, Bill, when you
Yes.
cast Scorching Rays, was that your? That's a spell slot.
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
Give me some wild magic.
Alrighty, let's roll. Okay, here we go. Here goes my D20.
Fireball the button.
And that's a 15. That's a 15. We're good. We're all good.
All right.
So yeah.
All right. Let me down. Damn.
I'm sorry. The dice are sacred. It's just how it goes.
All right. So what are you guys doing with the guy who's not tied up? Crank wants you guys to save his face.
Why do we need to see his face?
Oh, by the way, you do see in the distance from the top of the hill, you can actually see like a tower, and you can see like a rounded, like horseshoe shaped of cliffs in that distance.
The guy we have tied up, like the last one left, he's the big bad kind of that we've been dealing with, right?
He's
The
more
one
like
that's tied
the
up is-
leader of the
yes.
henchmen.
So you guys can see this tower right here.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull out my magic spyglass and spy on it.
Okay, how's that work?
If I pass a DC 15 wisdom check, I know every road and natural path within a 3-mile radius of that tower.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's hot as hell, man.
All right, roll it.
I thought you were just making up a spyglass, like just for like flavor.
No,
like,
everyone got magic items, remember? Crazy magic
I
items.
know,
That's
I
some
don't know.
Next level nonsense.
This says the guy who like does a crazy rope trick and hides in a hidey hole. I mean, like
That is raw as hell, man.
Yeah, I got a 12 though, so I fail.
I mean,
Oh
Okay.
god damn.
you could use
You-
inspiration.
you could actually use
Good try.
inspiration. Yeah.
It's true. Also,
Wait, do I
I don't
have
mean to
inspiration?
brag, but my wisdom's pretty good.
No, but can we share inspiration? I don't
Yeah,
yeah.
you can give
Yeah,
inspiration to
Give
people.
your inspiration.
I could give I give Drew my inspiration.
Alrighty.
He's all
That's a
into
2,
this.
so
It's just the dice are
Appar-
sacred, Saul.
Apparently I wasn't very inspirational. So
Here's my
yeah.
So
there it
yeah,
is.
you can see like this guard tower at the edge of like a rocky plateau. It looks like it has one way in, basically. And that's
I
about-
would
Sorry, go ahead.
so just quick question, Martin. Your spyglass is still a functional spyglass, right?
yeah, it's a normal spyglass, but then I have the magic effect if I look at a building or a mountain and I do this
Sure.
wisdom check of a DC 15, I know every natural formation within a 3-mile radius of it.
Sure. So I have a background feature called urban infrastructure, and it reads to the following: you have a basic
Crank is a
knowledge
city
of
planner.
yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
It's really complicated.
How do you think he
I have
goes and like
so many
kidnaps
questions
people? He
about
goes
your
under their house,
character.
drills a hole in their floor, goes in,
Like-
pulls them through it, and then
Like,
cuts their face
right.
off.
I came up with Crank, and like you never cease to amaze me, buddy. Like you're pulling this stuff out. Yeah, okay.
It's legit as hell, man.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's,
are Saul and Crank tied together from background?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're like childhood
absolutely-
friends or something?
Well,
We're
no,
like
we
classmates.
went to the same academy. Yeah, right. And like apparently he
Is Saul
cheated his way through the
also
whole
a
thing. Like
designer?
no,
Yeah,
because Saul was never going to be a city planner. I don't know what. Like yeah, right.
Crank throughout school was like, look, if you do this spell with this, like
Right.
it totally works this way. And Saul's like, yeah, but I can just go pew 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 and shoot fire. That's way cool.
Yeah, exactly.
And Crank's
Saul
like,
was
this is
making
better.
Crank took some crazy minors. He was like, he went off in some direction that
Saul was making time with Tatiana while I was studying.
That's the only reason to go, like, right? I mean, it's just like the chick to dude ratio is just really great in college. And so like that's why Saul was there.
Yeah,
So,
being
It's great for the
being
women.
a construct, I didn't really. So city planning urban infrastructure. Geez, it gives me the knowledge of structural buildings, including the stuff behind walls. I can pull up blueprints regarding its construction.
It's a rickety tower. It's a rickety watchtower that like
just
you know.
making sure.
It's a raider camp. So like in Fallout 4 terms, right? Like if you're only finding like 38 ammo and like you might get a bottle cap. Like that's it. That's all. Like it's a raider camp. It's built out of cigarettes it's
the important thing here is I can determine structural weaknesses as well. Okay. So I'm curious if it looks structurally sound or if
it looks structurally sound. Yeah, I mean,
even though you just said it's a rickety town.
Yeah, but I mean,
tower.
Exactly.
It's wood. It's just wood. I mean, it's just a typical wooden tower. It's
wood,
not like a.
And it will burn.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take a genius to know that. Look at Pike. He's like, I'm gonna burn it. I'm gonna burn it to the ground. All right.
Okay.
So what are you guys doing with the sleepers?
So we can interrogate the leader, right? And I have this nice like 5 by 5 foot hole, and I can put dirt back into it, and we don't want him running away, right? So we just bury him neck deep.
I mean, I was gonna say we just lay him down on the ground because the earth is soft and muddy, and if he doesn't talk, we just put his face in the mud.
Can't we just let Saphira kill him? Like,
but I mean, I know which one sounds safer. 1 minute, I gotta pause this.
Saul wants to just kill him. It sounds like.
No, I just want to let Saphira kill him. Like I don't like. Yeah.
Saphira's not going to kill him. She
She
thought
would never
that
do such a thing.
maybe we would want to ask him some questions about the camp or something like that. You
Really?
know.
And what does Pike think about this as he looks upon you judgingly? Like,
So we've got 2 that are sleepers, right? One that
Yep.
Saphira has tied up. The other one has a dagger.
I mean, you guys probably moved the dagger.
Yeah,
It's
obviously we take the dagger from him, and I cut off a strip from his friend's cloak that's got his brain matter on it, and tie it and gag him with it.
Oh, gross! I love it. All right, cool. So they're both now. So he's gagged. I'm assuming you tied him up too.
Yeah.
Okay,
you guys, I have demonic heritage, and like I'm just saying, this is some next level stuff. Like you guys are, like, I'm just saying. So yeah.
And I have this perfectly good pit. Perfect.
Crank is so bummed. He's like, it's right there. Look,
Drew is
it's
actually going
60
to tie
deep.
up the other sleeper.
Okay. Yep. So they're both tied up. One's gagged. Other one's not.
Is the paladin at all distressed about what is happening?
Yes, he's very distressed. That's why he is taking this guy away from the group so that he can't get his face.
Which one did he take away?
The regular guy.
Okay. So he'd take. Okay. Great.
I'm dragging him off to the woods away from everyone, and I'm going to put him up against a tree and then slap him awake.
So there's no woods here. You're kind of in a rocky cliff area. So
right,
you can take him away from everyone around, like behind a large boulder or something.
That's what I do
large
then.
rock. Okay. All right. So what is Drew doing with the guy who's gagged with brain matter?
I will. I will pull the gag down and ask him, "Who is it that you serve?"
We serve. I drew a blank. What's the name?
To be fair, he was just slapped awake, and I mean,
yeah, he's tired. He's tired. Kyanrath.
All right. What is his objective in the area?
To gather loot, treasure,
for
her holiness.
Who's her?
Or not her holiness, but for her majesty.
Who's her majesty?
Tiamat, of course.
Where is this gold going to be sent to?
Everybody knows
Tiamat.
that.
Where?
I mean, she hasn't come yet.
Where is this loot as soon as Sal hears loot and treasure, his ears sort of perk up and he looks up and says, Where is this loot and treasure?
And I'm gonna peek over the boulder and go and then go back down and go, why do you follow them?
That is a great question. Give me a persuasion check. Or intimidation check, sorry. Do an intimidation. Because he's tied up and stuff. It wouldn't be necessarily persuasion.
I got a 21.
Okay. He says, because, I worship Tiamat, of course. Like, I mean, you can't tell from my robe. And he kind of looks down and, like, you can see these, like, dragon head, like.
Yeah. I see the dragon heads. I want to know why you worship her. What do you get out of worshiping her?
I don't know. Why do you worship who you worship? Faith is a difficult thing to discuss. I mean,
you get smite powers.
Yeah, I get smite.
If that's your real reason, your smite doesn't work next time.
Oh,
you're using your god.
valid.
You can't use your deity. Like, that's wrong.
I mean,
That's not faith.
But is it?
That's not faith.
it depends, but it depends who's his deity. I mean, like, I'm just saying, right?
That's
that's-
between
that's
him
true.
and his deity.
Yeah.
Are you saying Asmodeus isn't valid as a deity? That's his whole business model.
Not to be used. Asmodeus uses you.
No. He totally gets used. He's like, you want this thing? I got it, but you're gonna have to pay me at some point. That's it. That's his whole shtick.
He tells you it's a personal choice.
So he's using smite power. Oh, I see. Sorry.
He's gonna try and convince him that following Tiamat is ultimately going to end up getting him killed.
That's the greatest sacrifice.
Okay, so you don't mind that?
I'll die a martyr.
Alrighty. I'm going to step back and then just push my longsword into his chest.
Oh, dead.
Who do you worship again? Like, just really quick.
Helm.
Okay, can I get in on that? Like, how does this? No, I'm just kidding. But that's messed up, man.
Yeah.
All right. The rest of you are over with the other guy.
This episode has just like
It's dark.
a couple times.
It's so dark.
It's like I don't know what's going on. Okay.
We have
Drew
some
was
dark
thinking
development.
that this guy is unapologetically evil, so therefore
Mhm.
you should just go to hell.
I
The
mean,
hells. He doesn't know which hell he's going
He's lawful. What are you talking about?
it was just kind of quick, you know. Like,
I mean, I'm not going to mess around. I'm not going to torture him like the rest of you.
I mean, sure.
Who said anything about torturing anybody?
It was
I mean,
just
you guys trying to force feed him brain matter. That's not torture.
I was just
I
gagging
did
him.
nothing.
Sal
I
just
just
wanted
tied
to
him
know
up.
where the loot was. Literally,
Okay.
the
All right.
guy with the demonic heritage is like now standing back and just going, yeah.
Well, you guys didn't see that, so he drugged that guy around by himself, purposely
I mean-
away from you
Okay.
guys.
Yeah,
So you guys
I'm
didn't see
going to come back to the group and say, yeah, so he says he's following this guy, Kyan Wrath, and they're trying to gather all this money for Tiamat for when she arrives, which I don't think that sounds good.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, is there a way to prevent Tiamat?
I don't know. What'd you say, Saul?
Is there anyone left alive?
There's
Yeah.
the captain guy. or
Yeah, he's
whatever.
with you guys. Captain guy's still with you guys.
Yeah,
He's
still
watching you guys
asleep.
kind of talk. He's like woken up from his slumber, and he's
So,
All right.
I'll-
Okay. So wait. So no. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Crank.
I'll
was
turn
gonna
to
try to inject some reason into this situation. Like it's fine.
yeah.
Like,
You'll want to give me a second before you
Okay.
go full
Okay,
tilt
okay,
on that
okay.
reason.
Okay.
I'll turn to Drew Ken and I'll be like, so Where is Buddy Boy that you took to that rock over there?
Well, I was thinking of letting him go, and then he said some stuff that made me think that, yeah, no, that's actually a bad idea. And so I just killed him real quick.
Say no more, and I'll head over behind the rock and get to work.
Please don't mutilate his body. Please don't mutilate his body.
So at this point, Saul looks over at the captain and he's like, look, fate just isn't fair, right? You're caught in a current that's stronger than you are right now. Believe me, look around you, okay? Struggle against it and you're gonna drown. Not just yourself, but those who are gonna try to save you, right? Swim with it.
No one's here to save me. I'm just a mercenary.
Swim with it.
I'm a hired gun.
Survive. Let's let fate decide. Let's roll the dice, right? Like, I'll give you even odds. 1 through 3. 1 through 3, you side with us. 4 through 6, you die here in the dirt.
Deal.
As you were meant to do.
Deal.
Okay.
I'll side with you without the dice.
Oh, great.
Just give me an equal share of your profits.
You tell me where the loot is. Where's the loot?
It's in the camp. I'm a hired mercenary. I can try to get you guys in there.
How many people are in the camp?
Roughly 200.
Oh, great.
Ooh.
If we were to
brought
enter
back
this
about
camp-
9 prisoners.
Listen to me. If we were to enter this
9
camp,
prisoners.
if we were
I
to
can do
enter,
that.
if we were to enter this camp with you, would we be noticed?
Yes, you guys do not look like anybody there. In the slightest. I mean, your horns are a dead giveaway. Metal mouth over there.
That
And
seems
then you
rather
got this
racist,
shorty
But
right
okay. So
This dude over here with green skin. I mean, come on. You guys stand out like a sore thumb.
Drew's gonna look down at his silver skin.
you can't tell me that there are no tiefling mercenaries.
There are none in there. Did you see any?
I haven't seen anyone but you, and you don't look in too good a shape.
How many prisoners
disagree.
did you say he needed?
He has currently 9. He thinks there's 9 prisoners in camp right now.
Okay. Because I can make several unseen servants, right? Then we can dress them up like people.
Well, there's already 9 servants in the camp. If we were to come into camp with you as prisoners, right? Would that be feasible?
Yeah, we could pretend I brought you back as prisoners.
How far away is the camp?
I mean, it's just over the cliffside over here. It's not far.
So how many are in your mercenary company?
My mercenary company? Oh, there's about 30. I don't know how many are left, but we've been sentenced to be the leaders of platoons. We're being paid for it.
So how do we know that if we enter this camp that you're not simply going to alert the rest of your mercenary company?
I have no allegiance to these cultists. I have no allegiance to their cause.
Sounds like
gold.
he's in it for the money.
Yeah, gold talks. And look, if I can get ahead.
Hey, you're a man after my own heart. We're talking business here, right? Like, so how much is that going to cost?
So
I have no allegiance to anything except myself. So we're talking, right? So let's talk brass tacks.
No matter
Takes
what,
a step back at that statement.
no matter what, there's not enough of you to take on everybody in there.
Oh,
I mean,
I would agree. I would agree, and that's why I'm saying, right?
But
Don't tell us the odds.
there are some particular items in that hoard that might be worth a lot of money. If you can promise me that you will retrieve them for me somehow when we get in there, what I will do is I will take your weapons, anything like that. We will bring you in as prisoners. They will tie you up with the other prisoners. And from there, I will make sure that you guys still have like a dagger or something to set yourselves free. Me and my mercenary company afterwards will meet you, not here, but across the way over there. And he points to another kind of valley spot where he can kind of keep his mercenary company for you guys to deliver the items. And he tells you that the tent, he tells you where the tent is in relation to things.
Okay.
You know, he says, if you'll untie me, I can kind of make a map for you in the dirt right here.
So,
I
as
say we untie him. Also, and I'm sorry, I
as
don't
he's
mean to
like-
cut you off, Saphira, but I want Sal messages silently, right? Like I'm gonna cast message into Pike's head, and it's like we just need to tell him what he needs to hear. So
Where's that voice?
So-
of course.
Yes. What did you expect?
Every time.
do we
That's good.
feel like he's being quite honest
Insight.
about what he's saying? Like he would actually do this? He would actually follow through?
Hey,
So are you
Saphira,
saying
what's
this
your
out loud,
insight
though?
skill, Saphira? What's your insight skill? I'll roll for you.
But
Oh.
are you asking that from the party though, or are you thinking that in your head?
No, I'm thinking that in my head, just kind of
okay,
as he's
okay.
talking through this, I'm just sort of looking at him, looking around at everybody else, and just trying to read whether,
Well-
he seems like he's being a genuine guy, because he's flipping pretty easily here, is
Well,
how
and-
Saphira feels.
Yeah.
So
And his buddy was the opposite.
So
That's
Sal,
a +5,
so
by the
Sal,
way.
Sal sees the concern on Saphira's face, and it's like I can see the concern on Saphira's face, and and so Sal looks up at Saphira and says, "He's a mercenary. They have no allegiance to anyone. I like gold talks. I know that, right?"
Well, I mean, maybe to people like you.
And he is people like me. That's my point. I'm saying this is my people, right? Like it doesn't.
I mean, maybe. I don't want to walk into a camp with 200 people and have somebody take away all my.
But Saphira, here,
weapons
but here's the
and-
thing, right? There is a difference. There's certainly a difference between a zealot and a mercenary, right? Like he doesn't believe in anything. He believes in his own survival and his own well-being. It's good.
Okay, maybe.
Do you want to roll for the dice? Let's roll the dice. 1 through 3, we go with his plan. 4
What did
through
I get on
6,
my
we
insight
don't.
check? How'd that go for me?
What's your plus?
5.
Okay. So you sense he's saying things to survive. You feel like, he's being honest when he says he can be bought.
He's a mercenary, Saphira.
Okay.
He owes
Okay, I
allegiance to no one but his pocket.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe I just like to, think that people are a little bit more than that sometimes, Sal.
I agree, and in a better world and in a better place, they are, but this man isn't a true believer. Like there's no allegiance owed but to his pocket. Trust me on this one. I recognize him.
Why can't we just enter the camp with him as his mercenaries?
Yeah, like
He just
Because
hired.
because again, I tried and I tried that first, right? But he's saying that we'll be recognized completely. We'll stand out as sore thumbs if we try to enter as his mercenaries.
New recruits.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm still doing my work, but it is. I do have that mask, and I can make more. Right.
See, Sal is willing to go in there alone. If you guys are uncomfortable, hide in the woods. I'm firmly comfortable in making a deal with this man because it's going to be mutually beneficial.
Well, I mean, okay, so tell us about the items. Let's hear about that.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
So he tells you in the treasure. Well, he doesn't tell you specific things. He just says in the treasure hoard that they did bring back from Greenest and from some other places. He knows there's some pretty valuable things. He's like, he tells you right off the bat. He tells you, he believes there's an amulet with a pixie in it, which would be really interesting. He tells you there's a marionette, which is made of some rare bone material that he can't quite pinpoint. those would definitely be great. And anything else like gems and jewels that are worth a lot, he would be more than happy to take those as well. So basically, those if you can get those 2 items as well as the most expensive gems and jewels you can get your hands on, that would be awesome.
I mean,
that would make him and his company happy, because that would be more than what they were getting paid.
If we want to keep it to a small operation, we can, right?
He also tells you, he says, whatever plan you guys want, I am more than happy to go along with it.
And
so if you sorry, go ahead.
Well, I got Saul's back no matter what. And Drukan has a really high charisma, right? Not to mention...
Well, were you just criticizing someone for meta, and here you are, he's got great charisma.
Well, I didn't say he had a high charisma score. I just said charismatic.
Right? He didn't say score, so it's not meta. I'm sorry.
Correct. Jeez, Juice.
Well, and what I'll say is, without without metagaming, Saul is probably the most charismatic dude you've ever met in your life, right?
By his own definition.
You're biased,
again,
Frank.
Persuasion is my jam, right? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, Saul is probably a +6 on
Saul's
Persuasion.
probably told Crank to stay in this store in his hidey hole until it closed, and then steal something for Saul before.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that's
wait
happened.
till after hours.
Right. I'm sure that's happened. Yeah.
In addition to that, I do have Unseen Servant, and I do have Tensor's Floating Disc. So if we're going to get a lot of jewels out of there, that's probably the way we're going to want to do it, right? Not to mention Mold Earth, so there's nothing to stop me from burying all of it, burning the whole place down, and then when they realize it's all quote-unquote missing, they'll flee, and then we can go back and recover all of it. Like there's a lot of ways we can do this with a small group.
I like the
it's
part
just
where we burn it down.
Yeah, okay. We could probably do that relatively effortlessly. I do have control flames, so it getting out of control isn't an issue. And I think Saphira has Druidcraft, right?
So wait, and Saul just has to stop for a second. Saphira, weren't you just sort of weren't you just judging me and saying that you wish the world was a better place, and now you just want to burn it all to the ground? Like, is that
we've got some bipolar characters here. I'm just saying, like, everybody's flip-flopped.
You've convinced me.
I've been remarkably consistent, by the way.
Yeah, Crank has. So has Pike. Pike, there's no questioning where his sword lies.
So my thought on the camp is that if we're gonna go in, we have to be able to have some sort of decent plan to get out, and burning it all to the ground is a good way to get out.
Saphira, listen to me, and I'm serious.
What are we doing? I don't.
Saphira, listen to me. Let me explain something to you. Yes, they're gonna take our weapons away. We're all spellcasters, Saphira. I haven't drawn a weapon in the time that you've known me, right?
Pike's looking around wait.
So what we do, no, because she's talking about burning it to the ground. You just saw my pew pew. Like, what I'm saying is we take a rest, right? We prepare ourselves. We go in the morning. We have full spell slots, no weapons, but the weapons don't really matter, do they?
Not to mention, I can literally remove us from combat.
But I mean,
right?
No, and I'm being serious, Saphira. That's a yes. Like, would you agree that's an okay plan? Like, we could burn the whole place to the ground. We don't need weapons to do that. You're not going to burn the place to the ground with a sword.
Yeah. So what if we sleep early now and we go in with him at night?
Is it best to wait the full, like how long are you thinking to wait? Because a long rest is a pretty sizable amount of time, right?
Yeah, we'll have to find a place to camp, too.
And I don't even think we need a long rest, do we? Like, I don't think we're that depleted for resources.
Saul actually used some heavy level spells. I don't, like, in other words, I have my first level spells left. I don't have any second level spells left. But I'm
not depleted, but if we wanted to create some sort of strategy, I could pick something more appropriate for it.
Why can't we just climb up into the little rope hidey hole and sleep for 8 hours and then go into.
Well, it won't last for 8 hours. It'll only last for 1.
There are limits to the extent of how we've manipulated the system.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought you gamed everything, Crank. What? Like, I mean, come on. Where
I'm one level away.
Okay.
To be fair, though, like what I'm thinking is go in there, escape from our bonds to some extent, use mold earth, bury the treasure, burn the place down, and while it's burning, we can just slip up into rope trick.
But
let it burn for an hour.
And I would completely agree with that. What I'm saying is I don't think that we necessarily need weapons. I think that right.
Oh, I agree.
So
well, we need something to get our arms free, just because somatic components are a thing. But outside of that, yeah, I agree.
Well, what about?
Wait a minute. Hold on. I can cast Mage Hand. Without somatic components, right? Like, and that can untie our bonds.
I mean, it depends how they tie us up. Not to mention, if something goes wrong, I don't know what y'all, but I have an AC of a solid 11. Like, I think.
No, I'm right there with you.
I'm
right there with you. I'm right there with you. I'm an AC of 12. But what I will say is, if we go in full spells, if we go in full spells, right? And well, then I can cast shield, so whatever. Then I don't suck. But anyway, if we go in with full spells, I can use Mage Hand to untie our binds, right? Like,
it depends how we're bound, right? Like if it's just rope and stuff, yeah, I guess.
But we're also
more than that.
We're also assuming that everything's going to go south. I'm telling you that I trust greed before I trust faith.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right,
my only concern is if they have spellcasters on their side, right? Because the whole plan kind of comes apart.
So are you thinking a short rest, or you guys want to take a long rest?
Personally,
I'm voting long rest, but I understand if you guys just want to take a short rest. So
I don't know. Either way, all I need is a short rest, but that's what that's what I'm built for, right? So it's beside the point.
Saul turns to the captain and says, realistically, how long until they get worried about you and your company? When are they going to start looking for you? How much time do we have?
Shift change tonight.
When is that?
I mean, a few hours from now, probably. I mean, but we're probably midday, right? So he would say at nightfall. Right before nightfall is when they would typically probably switch shifts.
So in terms of short and long rests, what are we looking at here?
Not
to
know. Game.
I don't know.
Rest.
There's no watch. He doesn't have a watch on his arm.
So I think
it sounds like we only have like an hour.
Short rest. Yeah, we'll just short rest. It's fine.
So,
it depends. Are we talking about daylight savings?
You know what? I don't know. Are we in Arizona or California?
Hey,
Drew,
Pike, those damn spellcasters and their long rests.
Saul looks at.
I need a short rest.
Saul looks at Drew, who I think is probably the most wounded of all of us, and says, "How, like, in terms of hit dice from like what?
Man, we are so meta."
It's so meta.
No, okay, so Saul looks.
Let's just take a short rest.
Saul looks to Drew and says, "In terms of how you're feeling, right? Do you feel like you can sleep for a couple hours, or do you feel like you need 8?" Because really, Drew and Pike are our meat shields, right? I mean, like, no offense, but I mean it's true, right?
Shield, I'm a metal shield.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Without my armor, I would be very easy to hit. Even easier than you and Crank.
So. I would say I have a really large.
I don't know about that.
He's got no dex.
So how are you?
He's a dex dump.
How are you feeling though? Like, are you feeling like are you feeling like you can get by with a couple hours, or do you feel like you need a solid 8?
I can.
He points to all the cuts on his torso that have made it through his chainmail and goes, "I could take some time to heal up, and then that way I can hold on to these healing abilities I have for a crucial moment later on." So if
I can heal you, right? Like I can at least heal you a little bit.
Yeah, but if we're gonna take a short rest, we should just see what I recovered.
That's what I'm right again without metagaming.
I mean, technically,
roll
if you
for
think
hit
about it, you
dice,
have enough
like-
hit die to restore you almost to full, if not.
That's
more than
what.
full.
Yeah.
That's
No matter
what I was
what.
asking.
Okay.
Thank you, DM,
Because
for
that's how
metagaming,
like leveling
yes.
and hit die works.
That's how
so
it's meant
you'll
to
be
be,
fine.
right?
for hit
But
points.
but I happen to restore all of my magical energies at the end of a short rest.
All right.
So
well, we don't
I'm
need to
just
brag,
saying-
okay?
Yeah,
How
no.
do
His
Nobody
point
likes
is
to
it's more
brown out.
beneficial to.
How do
to
you do
heal.
that,
Just
city planner? Like, I don't understand.
Assuming
It's-
you guys get away with a short rest without getting caught.
What part of rope trick don't you understand?
Oh no, I understand it. I've just done
Uh-huh.
some thinking on how to counter it.
Oh, really?
Like, what if someone else
Juice?
has rope trick? Now they're in
What?
the hidey hole too.
No. Wait, no.
No, that's
It's
not how
fine.
that
Listen.
works,
No. Because
Okay.
Maybe.
Because
Let's
I
just
know-
take the short rest.
because I know that my mercenary friend is again, I trust greed more than I trust faith, and if anyone were to come along, he's simply going to say that he's taken us prisoner,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
And I
he's gonna
look
have
at
you
him and I
bound,
say,
of course.
and I say, right?
Okay.
He says,
if
"Yeah,
that's-
of course I'm going to have to tie your hands.
No, I'm
There's
not
an-
doing that.
There's no way I can get in without having your hands tied and your weapons taken."
No. You and absolutely you can bind me when we walk into camp, but you're not binding me when we take a short rest. In fact, we're binding you. when
Well,
you
no,
take
he's
a
still tied up. He understands
Okay.
that. That's
Okay.
common sense.
Okay,
But like
okay.
to go
So-
into the camp, you will have to have tied hands. There's no way they'll let him in.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't need weapons. I'm good.
I'm gonna take a moment and use mold earth to take all these dead bodies kicking around and just put them in a pit and just bury them in the pit
Okay.
because
Done.
I really don't feel like something. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
No problem.
Oh wait,
Cool.
did we
And
check
then-
if they have any coins or anything on them?
Can I do that? Presumably.
Yeah, you could check them.
And
All right.
I'd also just like to point out that it's the paladin that pointed out we should loot the bodies. Like I just
We need
Correct.
weapons.
So it says they have no treasure,
All right.
but
Okay.
they're Cults of the Dragon outfits, any weapons or gear that was actually on them. So, like
I'll
their
take some
armor.
of the outfits.
you know,
yeah, I'm the Sal is
splint
also
mail,
Sal is collecting,
but he's wearing it still, obviously.
Sal is collecting cultist outfits.
Okay, good.
If for no other reason than just because he thinks they're cool. So
There were 6, so you
kind
could-
of stylish. Like yeah.
Be like
I
a
can-
secondhand story is going to start.
Yep.
I can make up to 5 unseen servants at a time, right, to maintain it. But it is so we can do something with 6 of them for sure.
I don't
But that
think
being
they're-
said,
I don't think they're very tall though.
they're humanoids, so they're
Yeah,
average.
but so are
they
halflings
qualify
and
as
goblins.
medium. Yeah, but I don't
Hey,
know. It doesn't specify a size on them, right? It just says humanoid. So
All right, so let's get
Well,
this going.
humanoid is
It's
just like
11
medium.
o'clock.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. all right.
I'm trying to let you guys come up with a plan. I hear a lot of talk about clothes, but like not actually wearing. Like, let's get this show on
Okay.
the road.
we take the clothes off, bury the body.
You're able to take your short rest. Everything's
Yeah, there
yeah.
we go.
Anything you wanted to do with the bodies, whatever. If you wanted scimitars, there were 6. If you wanted daggers, there were 2. If you want the acolyte robes, you can get those. If you want the cultist gear, you got that. You can't take the main guy stuff because he has to be geared up to walk you guys into town camp. So yeah, with that, you guys kind of go away to hide for like an hour or so. You're able to do so. Take your short rest, do your hit dice if you want to do that. All right, now what is the actual plan? You had an hour to talk about it in short rest. What is the plan? Are all of you going in there? I heard at one point Saul was going to be
Yes.
the only one, so I'm asking.
Oh,
I-
I mean,
yeah.
No,
I
I think I persuaded the rest of the party that they should go with. So.
Yes.
Yeah, Drew
I
wanted
will
to
say
know-
this. I will say this. If you want to split the party, it's not a problem. I don't normally say that to people, but if you want to, it's okay.
I think
I
we
will-
work better as a unit.
Unless you plan on fighting like your way out and act crazy, I probably wouldn't split that.
I would ask Saphira if this is a good idea. If she says it is, then I'll go along with it.
I mean, I feel like it's the best idea we have right now.
Yeah, and Druid just asked that we try to hide that he has chainmail on when he's brought in, because he doesn't want to be stripped of it.
He tells you he won't take your armor. He just needs to take away all your weapons.
Juice, I have a sort of meta question for you as a DM, because I've played with several different people and I've had several different responses for this, right?
Okay.
When I quicken a spell, I can cast one as a bonus action. Does that mean I can cast a spell and then cast another spell as a bonus action?
It's using your sorcery points, right?
Turn using my sorcery points.
You're giving
quicken
up
a spell. So I can cast a spell and then cast another spell as a bonus action on the same turn.
I think the rules say not a leveled spell, though.
No,
correct.
When you're using your sorcery points.
No, not a leveled spell, a cantrip. I can cast. Okay, I'm just because I've played with 3 different people and got 3 different answers on this. So like
there's a way to do it, but you need to use action surge. That's the only way.
No, not as action surge. I'm using sorcery points.
Yeah, don't worry.
I know.
He's telling you something that doesn't apply to your character anyway. So.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so that is completely fine. Man, it is raining hard out there.
So I rolled a 9 and a 7 on my paladin hit dice, so I recovered 22 hit points from our short rest.
Very nice.
And I will convert my sorcery points into a level 1 spell slot.
Wait a minute, you're a sorcerer too? I thought you were
a paladin sorcerer.
I'm a sorcerer.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That's why he stays away, even though he's got like a 19 AC.
Nice.
You have a shield?
Nice.
I have a shield, yeah. So I have double shield. I have a shield that turns into magic shield on a reaction.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's why I was using a D8 for my longsword, not a D10.
So
how are you pulling off somatic components there?
Freehand. You can have a
shield
because he's got one.
Wasn't casting any spells when I was wielding my weapon.
Gotcha. And you can draw and stow a single thing, no problem. Like you can't do both, but you can do one in a turn, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So he's fine. And besides, I kind of hand wave that usually.
Yeah, it's all
advantage of it.
There's also the fact that paladins can paint their holy symbol onto their shield and then use their shield as a focus.
Correct. I don't know if that applies to the sorcerer part of it, though. I don't know. I haven't looked into the sorcerer or the
technically it wouldn't too much. No.
Yeah. Well, but a sorcerer doesn't need a
focus.
Yes, correct. Right.
But if you don't have a focus, you have to use the material components of the spell.
Yeah, so
correct. Right. But that's what we're saying. What we're saying is like,
no, he's talking about the hand waving motions. That's different than pulling out like some feathers for your spell, technically.
Oh, gotcha.
Those are 2 different things. So then you would need 2 hands.
Got it.
Right?
Got it.
Okay. So
interesting.
All right. So the guy after your short rest, he says, "All right, you have to untie me now and give me my weapons back, and I will have to tie you guys your hands very tightly. They will check it when we come in.
Untie him."
Okay, so he starts tying you guys up.
If this goes wrong, though, Saul, I'm 100% blaming you.
If this goes wrong, we're all dead. It doesn't really matter. So, right.
So it's just after supper time, by the way. It's still light out. He starts binding your hands, pretty tightly. Like you feel it, and he's like, it's got to be believable. Like they will check it when we get into camp. And he tells you, when we get into camp, they're gonna, let us in through the gate. That's not going to be the problem. The problem is we're going to have to go up, and we will see Rezmir. And Rezmir is no joke. And he tells you Rezmir is in charge of the whole camp. There's 3 generals there. Rezmir is the top. So
Saul will walk up. He'll be the first to volunteer. Okay, fine. Go ahead. And he puts his hands behind his back, and he allows himself to be bound.
Yep. So he ties you guys up. You start walking to the camp. He brings you in just on this road that you can see into the middle.
Oh, wait, before we go in, I'm going to cast Prestidigitation to make myself look beaten up.
I'm going to take my backpack and bury it before we leave. Just because.
What's in your... okay, the head? What else was in your backpack? What else?
Face.
Yeah. What else was in your backpack? You could have done that in the hour.
Miscellaneous body parts. There's still a toad in there from earlier.
So the only thing
Can we just start calling Crank Ed Gein? Really? Can we just it's Ted Bundy, Ed Gein, or I don't know, give me another serial killer. Right.
So you guys, all your stuff except for your weapons are all left up around over the corner here, hidden. Exactly where your rendezvous point is with his mercenary company. Okay.
Perfect.
So your backpack's there. You can bury it if you want. Anything you
will do
don't
that.
want to take in.
But wait, our personal
stuff
items
is left here.
But your weapons, he has to have. He has to have.
No,
both of your
right.
weapons.
So we're giving up our weapons, but our personal items we still have. So I still have my deck of cards. I still have my die. I still the things that are.
He would tell you
important to
should
me.
leave that back there if anything, because there's a good chance you won't find those things again. Stuff like that, he says, might end up in the treasure hoard.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I'm upset about that.
Do I have my?
You might be able to finagle your dice.
Okay,
Something
I
tiny
want to
you could
leave.
probably try and keep on. you.
Yep, I will. Yes, right.
Do I have my?
You guys
Your
have
shield,
seen Pulp.
Pike.
Wait,
Yeah.
you guys have seen
He would
Pulp
have your
Fiction,
shield with
right?
the weapons. Yeah.
You guys have seen Pulp Fiction. You know
Yes.
where I'm putting my dice.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, right.
Saul's one word away from keystering his own dice.
Yes, exactly. Yes, right.
All right. So he starts, he's behind all of you. He's got your gear under one arm and he's got his long sword, and you're all in front of him in a single file line.
Melchior, have faith.
And he's taking you up here. When you get close to the gate, you see some tents off to the right, and you see this shack, not shack, this tower. It's like a 3-story tower, really tall ladder. And you see the tower is just run by kobolds. There's some kobolds up top. There's some at the bottom. And you can see as he's approaching this area, you also see what looks like some lookouts, like some patrols on the outside there, on the outside out here. And those are all kobolds. Okay. In fact, you see probably 2 groups of 8 kobolds there. So you're surrounded now at this point by about 20 kobolds between the tower and the multiple patrols. And as he gets up there, the one kobold comes out of the little tower that was down at the bottom. And he's like, who are these? And he's like, oh, just some more prisoners, some people I took off the road. I left everyone else back there. I know that's uncharacteristic, but I figured they can handle it. We're just bringing some prisoners in. Rezmir will be so excited to try them. Rezmir already went through the other prisoners. I think all of them just were sentenced to work duty. But I hope we get some executions tomorrow. That would be so exciting. Oh yes, I agree. Executions are always great. He's like, all right. And so he starts walking in here and down this path. And because it's still light out, you can see as you get into this area, off against this wall, you see the one of the generals. You see Kyanrath. And Pike, you recognize him immediately as the one you were fighting before.
Yeah, he ran.
Relax.
Yep, he ran.
Relax.
And this guy walks up and says, "Sir, I have prisoners. Where do you want to hold them before they speak with Rezmir?" Oh, I love it. And he walks up and he looks and he spots Pike right away. He says, "Oh,
damn it.
This one. Great. All right. So were they all together?" "Yes, sir." "All right, take them with the other prisoners, except they're not on work duty. Go tie them up on the planks." "Will do." And he starts taking you guys off. But before he does, Kyanrath grabs with his massive claw, wraps it around your face, Pike, and says, "I can't wait to see you tomorrow when you die." And he puts a scratch down your cheek that draws blood, and all of you can see a slow trickle that comes down. And he says, "Rezmir will see you guys in the morning." So then he makes the guy with you guys as prisoner, takes you over here behind these tents and ties you up on these planks, almost like being executed. And you see, you guys are in the front. There's multiple. There's about 20 of these things right here. And you see, Pike, you recognize him, a man with brown hair, a brown beard, he's the only one that's up on these planks. And he's tied to it. And he just doesn't even lift his head. It's almost like he's just passed out unconscious. You would recognize him as Leosin.
Okay.
And we're going to end the session right there as you guys are being tied up to the planks.
It's going to be fine, guys. It's going to be fine. I'm telling you, it's going to be fine. Right?
I legitimately don't think that this could have gone any better.
What's
honestly.
the worst? What's the worst that could happen? Like we all die?
No one's dying. Worst case scenario, I bury myself and you guys can figure it out. But no.
Oh,
Jesus,
man.
and Sal's the mercenary, right? Like, God.
This is no. You do whatever you want for money, but I mean, if it comes to surviving, that's what Crank's whole shtick is.
So one more thing
This is going well.
Before I will say too, as he brought you over there though, he's kind of forceful with you guys, just so you guys know. He's been kind of pushing you around and stuff. It could be for show, right? Could be to like how he just is with prisoners, but you know, some of you might have some apprehension about that as characters. Others might, like Pike would probably be like, oh no, he's just putting on a good show. You know, so just putting that out there too.
Okay.
So with that, because everyone's feeling too good, I can't have you guys feeling that good. Damn.
Do we want an insight check on that, or like
maybe? I mean, we could do that next session.
Okay. All right,
guys. So thank you for playing. We'll go around the horn and let everyone say their thing, starting with Chance. Are you showing up anywhere this week? Do you want to promote anything?
Yeah, so I'm actually going to be on Nerdarchy on Monday, so I'm looking forward to that. And that's 12 Eastern Standard Time, which will be really sweet. Outside of that, just be ready for a lot of new content. Most of my videos are done rendering already, so they'll be uploaded tomorrow. We got 7 releasing tomorrow, so it'll be pretty good.
Is that the D&D Spellbook one, or is that another one?
Yeah, D&D Spellbook. Some of them are a lot longer than usual, and I have to go back and make some tweaks to some of my older videos, but it should be pretty easy.
Nice. So that's Chance's Guide to D&D or something?
Or Chance's D&D Spellbook. It's
Chance's D&D
chat.
Spellbook. Yep.
Yeah.
So go check that out, guys. Awesome. And then Monday on Nerdarchy Live, they have 2 channels. Make sure it's their live channel you're on, and you can catch Chance over there. He'll be talking with, I'm assuming, Dave.
Yeah.
And that'll be cool. How about you, Martin?
I might be doing some artwork from time to time, or diving back into Darkest Dungeon on Twitch over at Creative Guys.
Creative Guys. And also, you can sometimes catch him over in our Discord as well. Chance doesn't come in there. Like, I think you used to, but now he's too good for us.
My Discord communities are giving me anxiety right now. So.
I feel you on that.
How does
Chance.
my community give you
on
anxiety?
that, Chance?
No, it's not.
Discord
it's not
in
yours
general.
that's the issue. Yeah. Every time I log in, it's like bloop, bloop, bloop. It just never stops. It's
Oh,
so
you got to
stressful.
turn off those. So I mute all of them.
Yeah,
all of them.
but
All of them are muted.
I don't know. What's the point then, really?
Discord.
You just, when you feel like going to this one, you go to it and you see what you want.
Discord.
Some
yeah,
of them move too quick.
I don't feel like it. That's the issue.
Discord gives me anxiety. Like without, like seriously, it gives me anxiety.
I know.
So
It's
yeah,
the
That's
worst.
crazy.
Yes.
Another person who's too good for my Discord, Paula.
It also gave me anxiety because I couldn't keep up. And then I don't know, you don't know what's happening. So next week on this channel, on Tuesday, there is a Beckney, Keep on the Borderlands show. On Wednesday, there is mini painting. On Friday, there is a Pathfinder game, and because I apparently felt like I also did not have anything to do next week, on Saturday, there is also a Black Rock Adventurers game.
Three games this week.
You're
And
a monster.
like,
Four. Pulp
we're
Cthulhu.
gonna see if I can keep it together. Who knows? The
She doesn't
benefit
even know
is
what
that-
player. She's like, oh, it's
The
Saphira
Black
and
Rock game.
Pathfinder. Like,
Yeah, the Black Rock game. I'm the barbarian who wants to kill everything, so I think that one will work out okay for me, because that's probably about the level of,
yeah,
yeah.
I hear you.
I don't know.
Nice. It'll be great. Don't worry. We're gonna have a TPK Tuesday. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh, for sure on that one.
Hell yeah. All right, Pike. Peter, what about you? What can we expect from you this week?
Hopefully, I will get the final sessions of the last campaign out. 5 and 6 hours respectively. I got to edit, so it may take a while.
No, thank you.
And then Thursday, Pulp Cthulhu. I really should get on that and have some idea what I'm going to do. But,
Yeah, we got Back Me Tuesday. Pulp Cthulhu is session 0 Thursday.
Yeah.
So you don't need to know anything for that. I mean, technically, that's like on players, right? Although
Right.
it's nice to know what the campaign is going in.
Mhm. Yeah.
Should probably understand that.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah,
it
just a little
sways
bit.
character choices.
I'm gonna play
just a little
Indiana Jones with a heroin addict, just so, with a heroin addiction. So just so you know,
You- you-
bit. I think I'm gonna play a wrestler, a beefcake wrestler or something.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's like his ultimate.
It is. It totally is.
He's probably gonna be his favorite character he's ever made.
Oh, it's gonna be Macho Man quotes. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not doing Macho Man.
Ooh.
I've
Oh.
seen that done
Yeah.
too much. And then Saul, you got stuff going on this week too?
I do. Here's what I want to promote. I want to say happy birthday to my baby girl, Megan, who turned 29 today. I can't believe that little Mega Meg is that old, or that I'm that old. But
29 is
anyway,
not old. Let's
but
put that
anyway,
out there.
Happy
It's
birthday, baby.
pretty old.
I love you so much. And I'd also like to say that anybody out there who is involved in integrated digital marketing and or content marketing, Social Vernacular really needs to hire a person. Hit me up. I'd love to review your resume, because man, I'm done with 16-hour days. So yeah, that's it. That's me.
I hear you, man. So yeah, like everyone has said, we have a lot of stuff going on Master the Game this week. Tomorrow on the Twitch channel, I'm going to play Pathfinder Kingmaker. I'm not sure if I'm starting brand new or not. I'll probably not. I'm probably just going to keep playing the game I've been playing. I'm not going to upload the videos to YouTube at this point. I've been getting copyright strikes for the music in it. And I don't like playing the game without the music. I'll be honest. No, not just sound. So not going to do it. I can't edit it. My system can't handle it, because I even tried to do that.
So you can't filter out the music from the game from the recording.
Nope, it messes up when I pull it into my editor. It like cuts it off about 45 minutes in. I have Adobe Premiere. The software can handle it. My system can't, is what I've come to the conclusion on.
Weird.
So, and maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But yeah, so it cuts off, and then the last like couple seconds, it's just like blows through the next hour and a half of visuals in still frames really quick. It's ridiculous. But yeah, so anyways, I will be playing that on Twitch. If you want to watch me play some video games, that's where you can see it. Once a month we do Persuasion Check, assuming you know we can line that up. And that's supposed to be the first Sunday of the month. And then what else? So then Tuesday we have Back Me, like has been said, with Roll Stats as our DM. We also have Draven Swiftbow joining us. And then there's another person who's supposed to join us, but I don't think we've had any communication with that person for a bit about that.
I haven't seen anything. Just yeah.
Okay, I did send an email with both of you guys on it.
I know. I saw the email. I just didn't see a response. So
Yeah, I haven't heard from him either, so I don't know. No big deal. But anyway, so we have Draven Swiftbow, and then Paula and Peter, and then myself in that game.
And I'm super excited for this episode.
We're all gonna die. It's gonna
no spoilers, but it's gonna be if there is an episode that you wanted to watch upcoming, this is the episode that you want to watch. So yeah, right.
Nice.
as Dodd spit blood into Paula's character's face, but like it's fine. It's gonna be fantastic. This is the episode.
It'll be great.
Yeah,
I'm excited about it. And then Wednesday we have mini painting on this channel with Paula. She's been painting various stuff. She just painted a knoll that looks really cool. Actually, we've gotten a lot of good words on Instagram and stuff about that. So there's that. And then Thursday we're starting Pulp Cthulhu. Friday this week we're starting our Pathfinder 2nd Edition Fall of Plaguestone campaign, which I'm really excited about it. And it just kicked in the last 2 days that I don't know the rules. Like I was like, I'm confident this is gonna be great. And now the pressure has set in the last 2 days for me where I'm like, crap.
Oh God, what have you done?
What's the modifier for flanking? Oh shoot. Okay.
We don't know.
How does
the
stealth
benefit
work?
is
Okay, I got this. So I've been going through that.
the good part is that nobody else knows the rules. So
Except for one person.
It's fine. I mean, right? Because who knows the rules?
I thought it was Draven.
Who
It's
cares
not.
about the rules?
Actually, no,
Who
nobody
knows?
does. You're correct.
Nobody
no rules
knows
person.
the rules. So like we could literally
No, it
be
is
making
Draven.
Pathfinder characters and playing with 5th edition rules that nobody would know.
Draven is the one that would know the rules. Other than that, nobody.
There are no rules. Like what? Like who cares? Who cares?
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm not worried about it. It's that freak out moment going into the first session and being like, oh crap.
Hey, also, sorry, Melchior, BECMI stands for Basic, Expert, Companion, Master, and Immortal. That's BECMI, Basic, Expert, Companion, Master, Immortal. Sorry.
And it's rules cyclopedia, basically.
Yes.
So yeah, we have that Friday. Then Saturday is the BlackRock game, which you guys left off fighting cockatrice. Didn't realize it and almost turned to stone a couple times. That was great.
Yeah, apparently they're not chickens, so that didn't go out well.
Gray feathered chickens turned out
actually,
to be cockatrice? What?
Yeah, can I just say right now, for the record, that like I literally cried laughing when you guys kept referring to them as chickens. Like it was that was actually pretty amazing. Here's the other thing. I know I have not been present, but it doesn't mean that I'm not there. I've just been working 16 hours a day. So I'm listening to you guys and laughing and crying, but not necessarily interacting in chat. So yeah.
That's all good.
I mean,
we miss your presence though sometimes. We miss you, man.
Yeah.
We understand.
Intelligence and wisdom are like my character's dump stats, so I wouldn't have known it was not a chicken. If you know what, guys, if you're watching and this sounds hilarious, you got to go check that game out. It's a homebrew. That one's the only thing I'm running right now that's homebrew. Everything else is a module right now. It'll probably be the last thing I run that's homebrew for a while. But yeah, been a lot of fun. It's just a lot more work right now. And with running multiple games, it's hard sometimes to keep track when you're doing homebrew compared to that. I find myself mixing some stuff up in my homebrew. So try not to do that. But yeah, and that's everything this week. It's a crazy week. 4 games on the channel, some mini painting, and then I have some videos I'm working on. I have an unboxing that I did today. I recorded it. So I will have the unboxing of this tomorrow. And then hopefully by December 1st, I will have the actual review. So this is the review copy that was sent to me, and I'm pretty excited to look into it. It's a D12 system. So I
was just going to ask, what's the system, Juice?
D12.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Right.
It's in beta testing right now. So all my feedback, we'll see what they do with it. But yeah, it's a beta test. You can buy it right now in beta test. It's at soulshardsrpg.com, I believe. But yeah, it's cool. It's got an art. Yeah, soulshardsrpg.com. One of the artists, so there's not a lot of art in here yet, but one of the artists is one of my favorite artists, Mike Mumo, who's done some Palladium stuff. I had no idea he worked on this. And when I opened it up and I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. Because he is my favorite. The Santa Claus picture we have, Paula, he did a few years back.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So
it's about time to get that out.
Yeah.
Not to add more stuff to your plate, Juice, but when are we doing that Palladium
December
shot?
sometime.
Okay.
So my plan is to prep the game in pre-gens over Thanksgiving weekend.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming Paula has some time off, so I could probably do something quickly during the day, one of those. The actual prep of a one shot for that isn't bad. It's trying to make the characters. That's the time consuming part for me. So I'm going to try and make a couple characters, possibly just take some offline somewhere. And then that way I can offer up more options to anyone who wants to play. And then after I've got that, hopefully by December 1st, I will be asking for all the players. Starting with Patreon. So if you want to play in that game, go to Patreon. We've been doing a bunch of tables. We've got 2 trinket tables, which I use for those 2 items tonight. Bard trinket table, a sorcerer trinket table. We've done relationships, whether it's NPCs, how we know each other, or how player characters know each other. Got a D100 and D20 table there. All of that we've done in the last 2.5 weeks, I think. So I'm going to start. I also shared a faction from my homebrew world that's like a 3-page PDF I put up there. If you pay $1, you have access to all this stuff. And I'm going to be doing world building prompts. I'm going to make a list of things that are there to make you think about your world a little bit more in depth. So it might be something like, oh, you have a cult leader in your world who has a massive following. Tell us about the cult, and then boom, you can just write whatever you want in your own world. Because it might not be something that you've thought about for your world, or it might be, hey, there's this rare spice, it's commonly traded. What is it? Tell us about it. Boom. So it could be a lot of stuff. But anyways, that's it. We're gonna go because I could go on for hours talking about this stuff, like I always do. So thanks for watching, guys. We will see you guys in 4 weeks. Game on.